It's absolutely no coincidence that you have found yourself here, in this very moment. You came across this message because you were meant to hear it. You've endured a journey that few can imagine, challenges that have tested your spirit, trials that have seemed relentless, moments where the weight of your struggles felt unbearable. Take heart, because this is the turning point that you've been waiting for. This is the moment where everything changes. This is the end of your struggle. Every single thing you've gone through, the pain, the isolation, anxiety, and the uncertainty, it has all been leading you to something greater, something truly extraordinary. God has not forgotten you. God's hand has been guiding you toward this moment of revelation and renewal. You have likely questioned your purpose and perhaps doubted whether your efforts were in vain, but what you didn't see was that every trial was preparing you for divine breakthrough. The weight that you've been carrying is about to be lifted, and a season of abundance, clarity, and peace is about to unfold. If you've been wondering when your moment will come, let me assure you it's here. You are on the brink of a transformation that will redefine your life, and you were led to this very message because you are ready to receive it. I can assure you, beloved, God didn't bring you this far to leave you stranded here. Before we move forward, I ask you to take a simple yet powerful step. If this message speaks to your heart, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, press the bell to get notified, share with friends who might need it, and leave a comment with your favorite Bible verse. By doing so, you're not just engaging with this community, you're declaring to the universe that you're ready for what's to come. To all of you who have supported this mission through your subscriptions, your likes, your shares, and your viewing, thanks a bunch for your generosity of time and faith. It means more than words can express. Thank you for standing with us on this journey together. We are building something far greater than ourselves. Now pause for a moment and reflect. Could it be that everything you've endured has been part of a divine plan to prepare you for this breakthrough? What if all the pain, struggles, and the tears were leading to this exact moment of clarity and freedom? Stay with me as we uncover the profound truths behind your journey and explore why your victory is closer than you ever imagined. This is your time, beloved. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is here, and the end of your struggle is not just near, it's now. It's right now. Let's dive into this life-changing message together. Believers, this is the end of your struggle. Embracing transformation. A new season begins. Beloved, every storm in life carries a purpose, and every trial has a divine expiration date. The struggles you've endured, the mountains you've climbed, and those seemingly endless nights spent questioning your path were not random or meaningless. These moments were part of a divine plan to mold you, to refine your spirit like gold in the fire. As challenging as this season has been, it wasn't designed to break you. It was orchestrated to prepare you for something extraordinary. And now, that season of hardship is reaching its end. Have you begun to notice a shift in the atmosphere? The weight that once pressed so heavily on your shoulders feels lighter, doesn't it? Perhaps areas in your life that were stagnant are beginning to move again. Relationships that once drained your spirit are dissolving, and in their place, you find connections that uplift and encourage you. Doors that once seemed sealed shut are beginning to creak open, revealing glimpses of new opportunities. Does it all feel like a coincidence? It's not. These are divine signals, God's way of showing you that the chapter of struggle is closing, making way for a season filled with joy, abundance, and purpose. This transformation may feel almost dreamlike after dwelling so long in survival mode. The idea of stepping into peace and ease might seem foreign, but this is your new reality, a gift carefully prepared for you. Consider the words of Isaiah 61 verse 3, which remind us that God gives a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. Each tear you've cried, every doubt that gnawed at your faith, and every sleepless night were the chisels that shaped you into the person you are today. Can you sense how far you've come? You've been strengthened, molded, and equipped in ways you never imagined. What new challenges will you now face with this wisdom? How will the strength you've developed become a blessing to others? As you stand at this turning point, remember you are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are victorious, stepping boldly into a divine promise where the pain of yesterday becomes the fuel for tomorrow's triumphs. Trust this transition, for it is not only the end of a season, it is the beginning of your destiny. Reflect for a moment on the person you were when this challenging cycle began. Can you even recognize that version of yourself now? You've changed, beloved. The trials you've faced compelled you to reach depths within your soul that you never knew existed. They pushed you to discover patience when answers were delayed, to summon strength when giving up felt like the only option, and to recognize your own immeasurable worth. This isn't merely the conclusion of a difficult season. It's a profound transformation. The pain you endured wasn't wasted. It's being transformed into purpose. As Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. The challenges that once loomed as unscalable walls have become stepping stones, propelling you toward your higher calling. These trials didn't defeat you. They refined you, sculpting you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. Can you feel the shift within, as if a new chapter is unfolding before your very eyes? The universe, God's intricate masterpiece, has been orchestrating every step of your journey. It has seen your perseverance, even when no one else noticed. It has heard your whispered prayers, your cries of desperation, and the affirmations you clung to when all seemed lost. Now, in a divine display of faithfulness, those prayers are being answered in ways you could scarcely imagine. What new challenges will you now face with this wisdom? How will the strength you've developed become a blessing to others? As you stand at this turning point, remember you are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are victorious, stepping boldly into a divine promise where the pain of yesterday becomes the fuel for tomorrow's triumphs. Trust this transition, for it is not only the end of a season, it is the beginning of your destiny. Reflect for a moment on the person you were when this challenging cycle began. Can you even recognize that version of yourself now? You've changed, beloved. The trials you've faced compelled you to reach depths within your soul that you never knew existed. They pushed you to discover patience when answers were delayed, to summon strength when giving up felt like the only option, and to recognize your own immeasurable worth. This isn't merely the conclusion of a difficult season. It's a profound transformation. The pain you endured wasn't wasted. It's being transformed into purpose. As Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. The challenges that once loomed as unscalable walls have become stepping stones, propelling you toward your higher calling. These trials didn't defeat you. They refined you, sculpting you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. Can you feel the shift within, as if a new chapter is unfolding before your very eyes? The universe, God's intricate masterpiece, has been orchestrating every step of your journey. It has seen your perseverance, even when no one else noticed. It has heard your whispered prayers, your cries of desperation, and the affirmations you clung to when all seemed lost. Now, in a divine display of faithfulness, those prayers are being answered in ways you could scarcely imagine. What does it feel like to witness the seeds of faith you planted begin to bloom? This is not simply the end of a struggle. It is the dawn of a new era in your life, an era marked by freedom, joy, and an open invitation to step fully into your purpose. Have you noticed the signs, the synchronicities, the unexpected blessings, and the calm replacing the chaos? They're not mere coincidences. These are divine confirmations that the storm has passed and the skies are clearing. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 promises, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Do you believe that this future is unfolding for you now? Embrace this season of renewal, for it is a gift born of your endurance. This is your moment to shed the weight of the past, to step boldly into the abundance waiting for you, and to celebrate the beauty of what's ahead. The journey has prepared you, beloved, and what lies before you is greater than you've ever dreamed. Are you ready to fully receive it? The lessons in the pain, why you had to endure. Beloved, as you step into this new chapter of your life, take a moment to reflect deeply on the trials that brought you here. Pain, though often difficult to understand in the moment, serves as one of life's greatest teachers. Each hardship, every setback, and even the tears you thought would never stop flowing had a purpose far greater than the suffering itself. These moments weren't just random or meaningless. They were intentional, shaping you into the extraordinary person you were always destined to become. It wasn't easy, and it may not have felt fair, but it was absolutely essential for your growth and elevation. Consider the lessons hidden within the pain. Perhaps you uncovered a strength you never thought you possessed? Did you learn to set boundaries where you once allowed others to take advantage? Did you finally see your own worth and begin to value yourself as God values you? Maybe you found your voice, learned to trust your intuition, or realized the power of saying no to things that didn't align with your purpose. These lessons are not trivial. They are transformative. The trials you endured were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to equip you, to fortify you, and to prepare you for the greatness that awaits. Sometimes God allows us to walk through seasons of pain and uncertainty because He's preparing us for a purpose we cannot yet see. As Romans 5 verses 3-4 reminds us, we glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. Have you noticed how much resilience you've built through these trials? The struggles stripped away what no longer served you, even when it felt like unbearable loss. Yet, in that stripping away, you've gained clarity, patience, and the strength to withstand future challenges. Without these trials, would you be ready for the blessings that are on their way? The beauty of this process is that nothing you've endured will go to waste. Every lesson learned and every scar earned will serve as a foundation for the abundant life God is calling you into. The pain wasn't a punishment, it was a preparation. As you stand at the threshold of this new chapter, think about how the wisdom you've gained will guide your next steps. How will the boundaries you've set protect your peace? How will the strength you've discovered empower you to seize new opportunities? Trust that everything you've experienced was a vital part of your transformation. The pain may have seemed endless, but it was a catalyst, propelling you into a version of yourself that is capable of receiving and stewarding the blessings ahead. Remember, God promises in Isaiah 61 verse 7, "Instead of your shame you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace you will rejoice in your inheritance." Can you feel the weight of that promise? The trials have ended, but their lessons will carry you forward into a season of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. This is your moment to rise, stronger and wiser than ever before. The signs of transformation. Recognizing the shift. As the energy around you begins to shift, the universe will start to reveal unmistakable signs that your life is moving in a new, divine direction. These signs may appear subtle at first, but as you tune in and pay attention, their significance becomes undeniable. Have you noticed repeating numbers like 111, 444, or 777? These patterns are not random. They are divine messages, symbolic of alignment and a higher calling. Perhaps unexpected opportunities are beginning to surface, or a newfound sense of calm is replacing the chaos that once surrounded you. These are the whispers of transformation, gently nudging you toward your destiny. You may also observe that certain relationships or situations seem to be naturally falling away. While this might initially feel like loss, it's actually the universe clearing space for what's meant to come. Consider John 15 verse 2, which reminds us, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful." Letting go can feel like a painful process, but it's necessary for growth. The connections and circumstances being removed from your life were not aligned with your purpose. Can you feel the freedom and lightness that come with releasing what no longer serves you? During this time, your intuition will become sharper, almost like an internal compass guiding you toward your next steps. Pay attention to the quiet whispers of your heart, those gut feelings that seem to know the truth before your mind catches up. Perhaps you feel drawn to new places, people, or opportunities that align with your soul's journey. These aren't coincidences. They're divine appointments. How often do we dismiss these intuitive nudges, only to later realize they were leading us to exactly where we needed to be? Trust these feelings, even if they defy logic or reason. Proverbs 3 verse 5 encourages us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." God is speaking to you in ways that words cannot fully capture, affirming that you are indeed on the right path. Every sign you encounter is both a confirmation of your alignment and an invitation to step boldly into this new reality. Take some time to remain present and open. Look for synchronicities, the little miracles that remind you that life is working in your favor. When an opportunity arises out of nowhere, or a sense of peace washes over you in the middle of uncertainty, embrace it with gratitude. These signs are not just random occurrences. They are sacred evidence that transformation is unfolding in your life. Beloved, the signs are more than confirmations of what's happening. They're a glimpse into what's ahead. They're the universe's way of calling you into your purpose, asking you to trust the process even when the path seems unclear. Are you ready to accept this invitation? To step fully into the life that awaits you? Know that each sign is a promise of the beautiful reality you're stepping into, one filled with abundance, purpose, and divine alignment. Letting go of the old, creating space for the new. To fully step into this season of renewal, you must master the sacred art of release. The pain of past wounds, the lingering regrets, the endless what-ifs, and the stories you've repeated about how things might have been different, all of these must now be laid to rest. These experiences were not without purpose. They served as powerful teachers, imparting lessons that forged your resilience and wisdom. Yet, their season in your life is over. It's time to open your hands and let them go, creating room for the extraordinary blessings that are poised to flow into your life. Letting go is an act of deep faith, and though it is sacred, it is far from easy. Releasing the familiar, even when it no longer serves you, requires immense courage. There's a strange comfort in holding on to what's known, even if it weighs you down. But reflect on Hebrews 12 verse 1, which urges us to throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. How to embrace your divine purpose and abundance. How can you run toward your purpose while carrying the weight of old pain and outdated stories? This is your moment to release those burdens. Let go of the habits, patterns, and narratives that have tethered you to a version of yourself that no longer exists. What would it feel like to release the chains of self-doubt and regret? As you begin this process of letting go, you'll notice an extraordinary transformation taking place within you. The heaviness that once consumed your spirit will begin to lift. Those burdens you thought were immovable will dissolve, as if swept away by a divine hand. Clarity will replace confusion, and peace will take the place of turmoil. Can you imagine what it would feel like to step into each day unencumbered, with a heart light enough to embrace the possibilities God has in store for you? Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19 offers reassurance. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? The past has fulfilled its purpose. It prepared you for this very moment. By letting go, you are not denying the significance of your experiences. Instead, you are honoring them for the role they played in your growth while allowing yourself the freedom to move forward. Imagine your life as a garden. How can new seeds of abundance and joy take root if the soil remains cluttered with old debris? This act of release is how you create fertile ground for your future, beloved. The process may feel uncertain, even uncomfortable, but it is through this surrender that you will find your liberation. What once felt impossible will now seem within reach because you've cleared the path for it. Are you ready to release what no longer serves you and step boldly into the life God has prepared for you? Trust that as you let go, the new blessings coming your way will not only fill the empty spaces but will overflow with abundance and purpose. Letting go is not about loss. It's about creation. By releasing what no longer serves you, you're not leaving an empty space behind. You're opening a door to blessings, opportunities, and connections that are designed to align with the person you are becoming. This sacred act requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the divine timing of the universe, and trust that as you release pain, regrets, and outdated relationships, you're making room for joy, love, and abundance. Can you feel the freedom that comes from believing that what's ahead is greater than anything left behind? Releasing what no longer serves you is an act of faith. It's trusting that the relationships you've outgrown will be replaced by those that uplift and inspire you. It's knowing that the opportunities you lost weren't part of God's plan for you, and that what's coming is immeasurably greater than anything you could have imagined. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 assures us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." How comforting is it to know that the universe doesn't take away without preparing to give back in abundance. The process of letting go may feel unsettling at first. You might question your choices or worry about what lies ahead. But remember, growth rarely feels comfortable. It challenges you, pulling you out of your comfort zone and into your greatest potential. Just as a seed must break open to sprout, you too must endure moments of discomfort to step fully into your purpose. Isn't it fascinating how the moments that stretch us the most often bring us the closest to our dreams? Each step you take in letting go is a step toward the life you've been longing for. This is not about forgetting the past, but honoring it for the role it played while choosing not to let it define you. Letting go is an act of self-love. It's a bold declaration that you refuse to carry burdens that weigh you down any longer. It's a commitment to your own peace, joy, and alignment. A statement that you are ready to prioritize the life you deserve over the comfort of the familiar. As you release the old, you send a powerful message to the universe. I am ready. I trust in your plan. This is not an act of surrender to emptiness, but an act of creation, for the space you clear becomes fertile ground for new beginnings. Think of this as a divine exchange. Your release plants seeds of possibility, and these seeds will blossom into the most beautiful expressions of your dreams and desires. Do you see how this process, though difficult, is inherently hopeful and creative? Trust in the wisdom of God's plan. The relationships, opportunities, and experiences leaving your life have fulfilled their purpose. They're making way for something far greater. As Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 reminds us, to everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven. This is not just a moment of letting go, it's a moment of rebirth. You're stepping into a season where your life will reflect the highest version of yourself, the person God has always known you could be. Embrace this transformation with open arms and an open heart. Trust that the best is yet to come, and know that as you release the old, you are creating space for unimaginable joy and abundance. What will you do with this new beginning? How will you embrace the life you've been destined to live? The answers are already unfolding, and they are more beautiful than you could ever have dreamed. The role of faith, trusting the process. Faith has been the unshakable anchor in the storm of your journey. Through the darkest nights, when the path ahead seemed obscured by doubt and fear, you clung to the hope that transformation was possible. That hope, that faith, was never misplaced. It was the quiet but powerful force that sustained you, aligning your heart and mind with the possibility of renewal. Faith isn't only about believing in something greater than yourself. It's about trusting that you too are part of that greatness. It's trusting that within you lies the strength, wisdom, and resilience to overcome any obstacle. Can you see now how every step you've taken, even the ones clouded in uncertainty, has been divinely orchestrated to bring you to this point? As you step into this new season, let faith continue to be your guiding star. Trust that the universe, God's creation, has a plan for you, even when the entire picture isn't yet revealed. Just as Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 reminds us, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. How many times have delays and detours in your life led to something greater than you imagined? These moments weren't setbacks. They were preparations, each one shaping you for this breakthrough. Faith is not a passive feeling. It is an active choice. It's choosing to believe in the good that is yet to come, even when circumstances seem bleak. It's choosing to trust that every closed door was a redirection toward a better one, and every unanswered prayer was a blessing in disguise. Reflect on the power of faith you've already witnessed in your life. The times when you thought you couldn't go on but did, the moments when grace appeared just when you needed it most. Weren't these proof of something greater at work? Now, as you move forward, let faith be your compass. Trust not only in God's plan, but in your ability to navigate whatever lies ahead. Imagine the freedom of knowing that you don't need to have all the answers right now because your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. How would your life change if you truly believed that every trial, every test, and every triumph was leading you closer to the blessings destined for you? Faith also requires surrender. It's trusting that the best is yet to come, even when you can't yet see it. Consider the words of Jeremiah 17 verses 7 to 8, which say, "Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in Him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green." This kind of faith allows you to remain grounded and flourishing even in times of uncertainty. You've already demonstrated the extraordinary power of faith, beloved. It was faith that carried you through the storms, and it is faith that will lead you into this next chapter. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, that God is making all things work together for your good. What will you do now with this unshakable foundation of faith? How will you allow it to shape your decisions, your actions, and your outlook as you embrace this season of abundance and renewal? Faith is not just the bridge that brought you here. It's the wings that will carry you forward. So step boldly into the life that awaits you, knowing that you are held, guided, and deeply loved. The best is yet to come, and you are ready to receive it. The dawn of abundance, welcoming what you deserve. Beloved, the storm has passed, and the dawn of a new season is here. As the light begins to illuminate your path, you are stepping into a time of abundance so extraordinary that it feels almost surreal. This is not just a fleeting moment of relief. It is the culmination of everything you have endured and everything you have fought to hold on to. Every tear you shed, every step you took when the journey seemed impossible, and every ounce of faith you clung to in the darkness has brought you to this divine reward. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has been orchestrating this chapter just for you, and now the moment has arrived for you to embrace it fully. The trials you faced were never meant to break you. They were meant to transform you. They shook you out of your comfort zone, stripped away illusions, and aligned you with the highest version of yourself. Think of the words in James 1 verse 12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Every challenge you overcame was a step toward the blessings that are now ready to flow into your life. Do you see how the pain, though difficult, was preparing you for this abundance? The strength you've gained, the resilience you built, and the lessons you learned have all prepared you to receive these blessings. Would you have been ready for this moment if you hadn't endured the fire that refined you? The struggles that once seemed insurmountable have become the foundation upon which your new reality is built. Nothing was wasted. Every experience had a purpose, paving the way for the fulfillment you are about to experience. Now, as this season of abundance unfolds, it's time to shift your mindset. You are no longer striving to survive. You are stepping into a life where thriving is your new normal. Can you open your heart fully to receive what you deserve? This abundance is not something you need to chase or force. It is already aligned with you. Just as Deuteronomy 28 verse 12 promises, the Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. How will you step into this promise, knowing that the blessings before you are both earned and divinely appointed? This chapter is also a call to gratitude. As you begin to experience the fruits of your faith and perseverance, take time to reflect on the journey that brought you here. Gratitude will not only magnify your blessings but also deepen your connection to the divine. What are you most thankful for in this moment? How has your faith carried you even when you couldn't see the way forward? Beloved, this is your time. The abundance flowing into your life is not just material. It's spiritual, emotional, and deeply fulfilling. It's the relationships that uplift you, the opportunities that align with your purpose, and the peace that surpasses understanding. Let this new season remind you of the promise in Isaiah 60 verse 1. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Your light is shining brighter than ever, and the universe is responding with overflowing blessings. Embrace this moment with an open heart and a spirit of joy. Trust that what is coming into your life is not just enough. It's more than enough. You are stepping into a reality that reflects your highest self and aligns perfectly with your divine purpose. This is not just the dawn of abundance. It is the beginning of a life filled with endless possibility, love, and joy. The question now is not whether you deserve it, because you do, but how fully you will allow yourself to receive it. Are you ready to claim the abundance that has always been waiting for you? Abundance is so much more than material wealth or visible achievements. True abundance is a deep well of fulfillment, a profound inner peace, and a life that aligns perfectly with your soul's highest calling. In this new chapter, you will encounter opportunities that resonate deeply with your spirit, connections that uplift and inspire you, and experiences that reaffirm your worth and your divine path. Picture yourself surrounded by people who not only recognize your value but cherish your energy and contribute to your joy and growth. These relationships and moments create a richness in life that far surpasses monetary gain. This is abundance in its truest sense. Have you begun to notice that areas of your life that once felt stagnant or challenging now flow with remarkable ease? Doors you thought were closed are suddenly swinging open. Opportunities you've dreamed of are showing up without the need for relentless effort. This is the beauty of divine alignment. the universe responding to the energy you've poured out. Your love, kindness, faith, and tireless perseverance are being returned to you, multiplied in ways that defy explanation. This is not mere coincidence or luck. As Galatians 6 verse 9 reminds us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." What you are experiencing now is the harvest of your unwavering commitment to staying true to your path. The abundance pouring into your life is not accidental. It is the natural result of your alignment with your highest self. It is a divine reward for your resilience, growth, and faithfulness, proving that the universe is always working in your favor. Yet, as you step into this season of abundance, it's crucial to approach it with open arms and an open heart. Let go of any lingering doubts or fears that whisper you are not ready or unworthy of these blessings. Trust in the work you've done and in the person you've become. Remember, Ephesians 3 verse 20 promises that God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. The blessings before you are evidence that the universe knows you are fully prepared for this moment. Can you feel the weight of that affirmation? Abundance also requires gratitude. Recognize the journey that brought you here, and honor the challenges that refined you. Each struggle was a stepping stone, each delay a lesson in patience, and each closed door a redirection towards something better. Now, the ease you're experiencing is not just a blessing, it's the fruit of every seed you've planted, watered by your faith and resilience. This is your moment to bask in the abundance that has always been meant for you. Trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. How will you step fully into this season, free of fear and hesitation? Will you allow yourself to embrace the joy, fulfillment, and peace that have been waiting for you? Beloved, this is your time. The universe has conspired to align every detail in your favor, and the blessings you are receiving now are just the beginning. Open your heart, release your doubts, and step boldly into the life you've always been destined to live. As you enter this new chapter, let this truth guide you. Abundance is not meant to be hoarded, it is meant to flow. The blessings pouring into your life are not just for you to enjoy, but for you to share, creating ripples that uplift and inspire those around you. When you receive with gratitude and give with generosity, you become a vessel through which abundance continues to circulate. This act of sharing not only blesses others but keeps the cycle of prosperity alive in your own life. As Luke 6 verse 38 reminds us, "Give, and it will be given to you. In good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap." This is your time, beloved. This is your season. Every storm you weathered, every obstacle you overcame, and every moment of faith you clung to has brought you to this point. You've shown the universe and yourself that you are strong, capable, and deserving of the life you've been dreaming of. Reflect for a moment on all that you've endured and how it has shaped you. Doesn't this abundance feel even more meaningful knowing the journey it took to get here? Embrace this season of abundance with confidence, knowing that it is not just a reward for your perseverance. It is your birthright. You were always meant to experience the fullness of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Sometimes the path was hard to see, but even in your darkest moments, the universe was working in your favor, aligning every detail to bring you to this moment. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Embracing your divine destiny. How can you trust even more deeply now, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should? Let this new chapter fill you with a sense of gratitude and renewed purpose. Each step you take forward is a testament to the strength you've gained and the faith you've nurtured. As you walk into this season of unimaginable blessings, ask yourself, how will you use these gifts to further your purpose? How will your abundance create opportunities for others to rise and thrive alongside you? Remember, this is only the beginning. The blessings you are stepping into now are not the final destination but the foundation for even greater things to come. With each act of generosity, with every moment of gratitude, you align yourself even more deeply with the flow of divine abundance. Trust that the universe is conspiring to elevate you further, and take each step forward with joy, faith, and the unshakable knowledge that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The light on your path is brighter than ever, and the future ahead is filled with promise. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart, knowing that this season of blessings is the beginning of something extraordinary. How will you honor this gift, and what will you create with it? The possibilities are limitless, and the journey ahead is yours to shape. Walking forward with confidence. The life you've earned. Beloved, the long night has passed, and the dawn of a new reality is here. You have reached the end of the struggle that once defined your days, and now it's time to step forward with unwavering confidence. This is your moment to shine, to claim your power unapologetically, and to live the life you've always known was meant for you. The lessons you've learned, the strength you've cultivated, and the resilience you've built are not just remnants of the past. They are the tools that will guide you as you step boldly into this extraordinary chapter. This is more than the end of a difficult season. It's the beginning of something extraordinary. You are no longer shaped by the struggles that once weighed you down. Instead, you are defined by the way you rose above them, the way you turned adversity into purpose and challenges into stepping stones. Consider the words of 2 Corinthians 4 verse 17, which remind us that our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Every pain you endured has prepared you for this season of triumph. Do you see how far you've come? Your journey stands as proof of your greatness. The strength you've demonstrated, the faith you've held onto, and the transformation you've undergone are a testament to the person you were always destined to become. The universe has taken notice, and now it's responding with blessings tailored for you. Can you feel the shift? Can you sense that this new chapter is not just an ending but a launching pad for your wildest dreams? As you move forward, let your heart remain open to new possibilities and keep your mind focused on the vision of your highest self. The worst is behind you, beloved. Now is the time to dream even bigger, to imagine a future overflowing with abundance, joy, and purpose. This is not the time to play small or to doubt your readiness. You've proven to yourself and the universe that you are capable, deserving, and prepared for the greatness that awaits. The setbacks you once endured have served their purpose. They were not the final chapters of your story, but the foundation for the life you are now stepping into. Like gold refined in fire, you have emerged stronger, wiser, and more radiant than ever before. Isaiah 40 verse 31 offers encouragement. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isn't it time to spread your wings and soar into the abundant life that has been waiting for you? Celebrate how far you've come, and don't be afraid to embrace the blessings now unfolding in your life. This is your time, beloved. This is your season. The pain, the doubts, and the struggles are over. They have refined and prepared you for this moment. What will you create with this newfound freedom and confidence? How will you allow your light to shine even brighter in the world? Step forward boldly, with gratitude in your heart and a vision for all that lies ahead. This is not just the beginning of a new chapter. It's the start of a life that reflects your highest potential. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and you are completely ready to receive it. Walk forward, not as the person you once were, but as the powerful, resilient, and extraordinary individual you have become. The life you've earned is here, waiting for you to embrace it fully. Let's take a moment to truly embrace the depth of what God is doing in your life. You've endured battles that others could not even comprehend. You've faced storms that seemed endless, and you've walked through valleys where it felt like no light could shine. But here's the truth. You were never alone. God was there in every moment, orchestrating your story, preparing your heart, and strengthening your spirit. The end of your struggle is not just the conclusion of a painful chapter. It's the beginning of a victorious season designed specifically for you. As one of God's chosen, this moment is a turning point. Just as Joseph moved from the pit to the palace, your trials are transforming into testimonies. God is about to elevate you in ways that will leave you and everyone around you in awe. Remember the promise of Romans 8 verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. That means nothing you've faced will be wasted. Every struggle has been part of your preparation for the blessings to come. If this message has touched your heart, inspired your spirit, or given you hope, I humbly invite you to subscribe to this channel. Your subscription allows us to continue sharing these messages of faith and encouragement with a world that desperately needs them. And if you're not in a position to donate, please know that your presence here, your engagement, and your prayers are a blessing that cannot be measured. I thank each and every one of you, whether you give or not, for being part of this journey and for allowing these words to be a part of your day. Before we continue, I'd like to encourage you to take a few simple but impactful steps. Please like this video. It helps ensure more people are blessed by this message. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future content filled with hope and God's truth. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know how this message has spoken to you or how God has been working in your life. And don't stop there. Share this video with someone who may be struggling, someone who needs to know that their battle is almost over. Together, we can spread the light of Christ to more hearts and lives. As you move forward, carry this truth with you. You are not only loved and chosen, you are victorious in Christ. Whatever has been holding you back is breaking. Whatever has weighed you down is lifting. This is the season where you will rise, not because of your own strength, but because God has ordained it. His hand is upon you, His favor surrounds you, and His love will never fail. Walk boldly into this next chapter, trusting that the one who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1 verse 6. May the Lord bless you, guide you, and grant you peace that surpasses all understanding. May His goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your life, and may your heart overflow with joy as you witness His promises coming to pass. Thank you for being part of this message, for your faithfulness, and for your willingness to seek God's truth. Until we meet again, may you remain steadfast, encouraged, and wrapped in God's love. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and thank you for sharing in this journey of faith. I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed, believers, and never forget you are deeply loved by the Creator of all things. You are finally stepping into the throne that was destined for you, your rightful place given to you by birth and purpose. This is not just a moment of realization but a profound awakening of the power that has always been within you. Throughout your journey, there have been those who sensed this potential and, out of fear or envy, sought to restrain you. They tried to hold you back, control your direction, or divert you from your true calling. Yet, their efforts were futile, for a new era is dawning, one where you set the rules, guided not by others but by a divine purpose that resonates deeply within your soul. Leadership is not something you need to justify or explain. It flows naturally from who you are. This is the essence of your identity. You may have walked quietly, perhaps doubting your authority, but deep down, you've always held a unique, unshakable strength. It is only now, as you rise to claim your place, that you recognize the magnitude of your calling. In 1 Peter 2 verse 9, the Bible reminds us, "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession." This verse speaks to the royalty within you, a royalty that was bestowed, not earned, and cannot be taken away. As you activate this inner energy, ask yourself, what will it mean to step into this role with courage? How will you lead when you no longer seek approval but instead walk with divine authority? If you're ready to embrace this calling fully, type 777, an act of affirmation that you accept the path laid before you. Now that you stand at the threshold of your divine purpose, consider what it truly means to be entrusted with this role. How will you wield this newfound authority, and what challenges lie ahead as you claim the throne that others have tried to deny you? In the journey that follows, we'll explore the steps to fully embrace this path, overcoming any obstacles with the wisdom and strength that have always been within you. God's believers, God has granted your throne. Take it. There were those who thought they could mold your spirit to fit their own ambitions, using your unique energy to fuel their plans or manipulating you as a pawn in their intricate schemes. Yet, they gravely misunderstood the essence of who you are. They believed they could shape you to their desires, blind to the truth that you are not a follower but a spirit on a journey entirely your own, untamable, self-determined, and divinely guided. They tried to confine your vast potential, thinking they could fit you into a carefully crafted frame, reducing your brilliance to a manageable form. But how could they possibly contain a force created by God Himself? Your path is expansive, reaching beyond any map they could conceive, and your purpose is too multifaceted, too complex, to be funneled into a single, limited vision. They tried to box you in, to hold you in a place that suited their needs, hoping to make you a part of their system, an asset for their goals. What they failed to grasp is that you had already transcended any line they could draw. In Isaiah 54 verse 17, we are reminded that no weapon forged against you will prevail, and indeed, No attempt to limit your purpose can succeed. Your energy is boundless, designed to soar, not to shrink under the constraints set by others. You were not born to bend or yield to the needs of others. Your strength is a gift, a unique force meant to fulfill a purpose only you can achieve. They may have tried to position you as a pawn on their game board, but you've risen far above, rendering their plans insignificant. You're not just another piece in someone else's game. You're a force of nature, guided by a power beyond earthly control. Their attempts to manipulate and steer you were blind to the greatness that defines you. You are, in every sense, a revolution in motion, a strength that no one can harness or tame. As you step into this realization, know that their limits, however rigidly imposed, are powerless to hold you back. They cannot shape you, confine you, or claim any part of you that you do not freely give. Now, with all reins firmly in your hands, you stride forward, forging a path entirely your own. Joshua 1 verse 9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Let this be your anchor as you continue. The path ahead is yours alone, and with each step, you honor the divine calling that no one else can fulfill. For the Lord is the Spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. 2 Corinthians 3 verse 17. This freedom isn't just a release from external limitations. It's a divine liberation that empowers you to walk forward with unshakable confidence and purpose. When God's Spirit resides within you, no force on earth can limit your steps. You're guided by a power far greater than any human boundary, and with this truth, you stride forward, fully aware of the inner strength that fuels your journey. If you're ready to embrace this divine guidance wholeheartedly, type 111 and declare, "I accept." As you reflect on this verse, take a moment to recognize how profoundly it speaks to your life. So often, those who seek control over others do so from their own fears and insecurities, unaware of the constraints they're building around themselves. They set boundaries, thinking they can contain your light, unaware that their attempts are futile. In Psalm 18 verse 29, we find assurance in the words, "With your help I can advance against a troop. With my God I can scale a wall." Every limitation they try to impose only strengthens your resolve to break free and grow beyond their narrow view. The irony is that in their attempts to confine you, they missed the quiet, resilient growth taking place within. Like deep roots stretching ever stronger beneath the soil, your spirit has been developing unseen. The weight of their expectations and pressure has only refined your inner resilience, shaping you into a person of indomitable strength. Those who believed they held power over you failed to see that your endurance was transforming you, fortifying your spirit, deepening your faith, and strengthening your core. When false power inevitably crumbles, it is the true qualities of will, patience, and resilience that rise to the surface. Much like a seed pushing through the soil after surviving the weight above it, they tried to cast their shadows upon you, hoping you would be lost in darkness. But every attempt only made your light shine brighter. Their efforts to make you fall became opportunities for you to learn how to rise. In Isaiah 40 verse 31, we're reminded, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." Every step has reinforced who you truly are. Each obstacle was not a barrier but a tool that expanded your power, strengthening your resolve and reminding you of the divine purpose within you. Reflect on these words, knowing that what lies ahead is not just a path to walk but a calling to fulfill. Those who sought to restrain you may never understand, but you know your true strength, guided by the Spirit, is boundless and ready to overcome every challenge. Even as they tried to pull you into their shadowy schemes, you held firmly onto your own light, never letting it dim under their attempts to control. They thought they could break you, but instead, every maneuver they used only made you stronger. While they displayed a false sense of superiority, basking in the illusion of power, you were discovering the quiet, unshakable strength deep within you. They watched you through veils of their own deception, never grasping the depth of resilience rooted in your soul. Even the beat of your heart, steady and unyielding, silently defied their designs, highlighting the frailty of their so-called power. With each misstep as they faltered in focus, your determination sharpened, melting away the false control they believed they held. Their outward displays of authority and rules never resonated with the boundless force within you. They tried to contain you, but your true worth, a potential that surpasses their narrow confines, has always been greater than any limitations they could impose. In Philippians 4 verse 13, it is written, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," reminding us that true power comes from a divine source, unbreakable and eternal. Every ounce of pressure they exerted only brought you closer to your truth. Ironically, those who sought to test their strength by challenging you became the very instruments of your rebirth. Day by day, with every obstacle, you grew, drawing strength from the core of your being. This game they crafted, meant to hold you down, unknowingly prepared you for a greatness they couldn't fathom. Like Job, who faced trials that ultimately revealed his enduring faith, you too have been tested and found unshakable. They could not see the hidden potential within you, blinded by their illusions. As they tried to bind you in their limited reality, every challenge, every attempt to confine you, became a stepping stone in your journey toward renewal. This period of rooting deep within was quietly nourishing you, preparing you for what lies ahead. When they sought to flaunt their strength, you tapped into an endless divine source within. Psalm 27 verse 1 reminds us, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear?" And truly, with God as your foundation, their traps became powerless. When they thought they'd locked you in a state of helplessness, it was their own weakness that was revealed. With every barrier they tried to place before you, your inner light only grew brighter, illuminating the path forward. What they saw as strength was hollow, while your endurance became a beacon. You are not just emerging from this experience unchanged. You are rising from it transformed, standing firmly in the truth of who you were always meant to be. This journey has been one of profound discovery, a path that has tested your resilience and revealed the depths of your true potential. While they sought to impose limits, attempting to confine you within the narrow walls of their expectations, you were quietly preparing to break free from every restriction. Your strength was not built in grand gestures, but in quiet persistence. Behind each perceived setback was a spirit of triumph. Each challenge became a stepping stone that propelled you forward, further than even you may have anticipated. Ironically, their efforts became a guide, leading you step by step toward a profound awakening. They pushed against you with all their might, yet with every push, you grew deeper, more resilient roots, preparing for a season of undeniable growth. Now, those who once underestimated you must recognize that each boundary they placed was ultimately a tool for your transformation. As you ventured to explore the edges of your own reality, the truth of their fears began to emerge. They had cast shadows over you, hoping to keep your light contained, driven by the silent recognition of your courage and strength, even before you fully realized it yourself. They sought to surround you with invisible walls, thinking they could hold you back from your potential. But they overlooked one crucial truth. These walls could slow you down, perhaps, but they could never stop you. Isaiah 41 verse 10 offers encouragement here, reminding us, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you." The power that guides you is greater than any man-made barrier. Your faith has been your shield and your strength. You were destined to transcend every limit set before you, and now you see that their plans have become the very tools that forged your inner strength. Like Joseph, who was betrayed by his own brothers but ultimately rose to a position of greatness, you too have been tested by those who sought to contain you. And just as Joseph's trials led to his triumph, your journey has transformed each obstacle into a foundation for greatness. The walls they built became opportunities for you to dig deeper, to recognize the vast potential within, and to grow beyond their limited understanding. Now, standing at the threshold of this new chapter, you realize that what once appeared as setbacks were, in truth, essential steps in your journey. Each limitation became a lesson, each challenge a means of strengthening your spirit, refining your resolve. You have emerged from their shadow, not only unbroken but illuminated, ready to step into a destiny that no one can confine. In the end, their attempts to contain you only amplify the strength within, proving that true resilience can never be caged. You've arrived at a place of clarity, recognizing that every barrier they set was simply a delay, a temporary obstacle that could never truly contain you. Have you ever wondered how often these attempts at control, these outdated molds, actually strengthened your resolve rather than breaking it? You've reclaimed strength, redefined your boundaries, and now stand outside the narrow frames they once tried to impose upon you. Those who underestimated you, believing they could hold you back, fail to realize that each challenge only made you more resilient. As they face the reality of your newfound strength, can they see their own weaknesses reflected back? As time passed, they were forced to confront the undeniable truth. Your path forward was being carved by a will far stronger than anything they had expected. What would it mean if every attempt to limit you only fueled your inner drive? Each challenge became a source of energy, feeding the fire within you and deepening your determination. Now you walk, no longer under the shadow of their fears, but with the illuminating light of your own freedom. Can you feel the weight lifted, the sense of true liberation that comes from moving forward unburdened? This unexpected liberation has unlocked the birth of your true potential, a potential that perhaps even you are just beginning to fully understand. Imagine the fear it must strike in those who sought to hold you back. Their carefully crafted boundaries, restrictions, and manipulations are now powerless, withering in the light of your strength. Do you sense the shift, the moment when their influence fell away, leaving only the clarity and freedom to follow your own path? This is your time to rise, unshaken and unstoppable, stepping into the destiny that was always meant to be yours. On a new plane of existence, you are now carving out a path that belongs solely to you. The structure they once built by looking down on you, filled with their judgments and constraints, can now only bear witness to your rise. Can you feel the strength in knowing their grip has slipped away, that their influence has faded? A new chapter of your reality has opened, one where their old methods, bound by outdated beliefs, have no place. While they clung tightly to the past, you are busy shaping a new truth for yourself, a truth where your inner voice, once quiet, now resonates loudly with a powerful echo of freedom. Have you noticed how this voice within you grows bolder, reaching beyond every limit they once imposed? This journey isn't simply about surpassing the boundaries of those who tried to keep you small. It's about grounding yourself in a strength that runs deeper than any external limits. Can you see it now? The realization that the control they thought they held was nothing more than an illusion. While they hid behind that illusion, you were carving your own path, gaining fresh perspective, shedding layers of doubt. Has their illusion crumbled in your mind as you recognize the freedom that has become your greatest asset? Your liberation has become their greatest fear. With every step you take, they must confront a reality they never anticipated. The walls they tried to build around you are gone, and you are rising beyond their reach. Does it empower you to know that your journey has only just begun, that every step forward reveals even more of your potential? Now, with each stride, you're moving closer to a life crafted by your own hands, in your own truth, unbounded by any limitations they once tried to impose. This journey has sparked a deep awakening, not only within you but also for those who have been watching from the sidelines. You are no longer a stranger to yourself. Instead, you have come to know the profound power that lies within. Have you ever felt that realization when suddenly your inner strength becomes undeniably clear? Your rise has surpassed their limited view, reaching into a well of strength they never fully understood. It was a power resilient enough to break through every barrier they constructed. And as soon as you embraced this truth, their plans and schemes faded into the past. Now, each step you take is filled with purpose, grounded in a strength that is uniquely yours. God has called us out of darkness into His wonderful light, 1 Peter 2 verse 9. This divine light now illuminates your path, guiding you forward, and no one's limitations can hold you back. Do you sense the freedom of walking in this light, where you're no longer confined by the expectations others tried to place on you? It's as if every barrier has dissolved, revealing a path shaped by your own strength and resilience. Sometimes, holding on to success and inner strength begins in the most unexpected ways. Can you recall the times when it wasn't clear yet, when those around you attempted to assign you a role that suited their own agenda? Perhaps they thought they could forever define your path, casting their shadows over your light. They sought to contain you, to place limits on your potential, while benefiting from your hard work and presenting your accomplishments as their own. But now, as they witness your undeniable rise, they're confronted with a reality they failed to recognize before. Have they realized that no mask or manipulation could obscure the true depth of your potential? This is your time to walk confidently in the light that has been with you all along. And as you move forward, ask yourself, how will you embrace this newfound strength, unshaken and liberated from past limits? In this new chapter, their expectations are no longer relevant, and you are free to create a path that reflects your true purpose. Once, they believed they could touch the power that now lies beyond their reach, left only to watch from afar. This journey has been shaped by patience and quiet resilience, building step by step. Perhaps even you couldn't fully see where it would lead in the beginning. Day by day, you focused on fulfilling your responsibilities, simply pushing forward. But somewhere along the way, you began to sense the quiet strength within, a hidden power that had been waiting, ready to emerge when the time was right. As the days passed, you discovered just how steadfast and unyielding this inner strength truly was, carrying you far beyond the limits others had tried to impose. Have you noticed the subtle shift, that sense of reaching beyond what anyone expected, embracing this potential fully? You've moved beyond the frames others attempted to place around you. Those who once underestimated you, confined you to small roles of their making, are now left watching in awe as you surpass everything they thought possible. They created spaces they thought would keep you contained, yet you grew beyond them effortlessly. And as you reached your own self-imposed limits, did you feel the boundaries dissolve, realizing how limitless your journey had become? At that moment, it became clear that they never truly held control over you. Your inner light, once kept in their shadows, now shines freely, following a path uniquely its own. Now, as they look up to the heights you've reached, they're left to confront the mistakes they made in underestimating your potential. This journey has been one of rediscovery, of redefining yourself, embracing an inner strength that needed no validation, and finally expressing it without restraint. The old boundaries and power plays that once held sway are now powerless. Their influence fades as you step into the truth of your own path. Can you feel the shift, the release that comes from knowing that external forces no longer control your destiny? Now you're writing your own story, unhindered by the limits others tried to impose. Those who once attempted to hold you back are now forced to confront their own fears and insecurities. Your growth has illuminated the confines of their own reality. Have you noticed how your light, once underestimated, has quietly exposed the depth of their limitations? For those who saw only shadows, regret lingers, a regret born of not recognizing the true strength and brilliance within you. This moment marks the dawn of a new chapter, one where your light shines freely, unbounded and undeniable. What story will you write next, now that you are the author of your journey? You are like a spirit finally awakened to its own vast potential, liberated with each step forward. Every success has become a quiet reminder of how little power others truly had over you. Now, all they can do is watch from a distance, witnessing a journey that defies the limits they once believed unbreakable. Psalm 118 verse 23 speaks to moments like this. The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes. What others saw as insurmountable barriers, you have crossed with a quiet resilience, not by tearing down their boundaries, but by growing and expanding from within. This journey has never been about external victory alone. Rather, it has been about discovering strength through perseverance, preserving your energy, and finding grounding in life's challenges. Can you see how every trial, every small victory, has prepared you for this unshakable freedom? At this point, no one can impose limits on you again. Your freedom and success are not accidental. They are earned, the fruit of every experience that brought you to this very place. Your life has unfolded like a symphony, each note reclaiming what's rightfully yours, and every beat driving you toward a purpose only you can fulfill. Wasn't it Jeremiah 29 verse 11 that promised, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future?" In moments when obstacles seemed overwhelming, they were actually preparing you, quietly, for this victory. Every struggle, every setback, each attempt to hold you back, they have all led to this realization of a greater plan. Now, that journey lies behind you, with no need to look back. You stand firm, fully centered, unapologetic in your purpose, and free to walk forward. What will this next chapter hold, now that you walk in the light of your own strength? As you look back, it's clear that every attempt they made to control you was destined to fail from the start. While they clung to old habits and narrow perspectives, you were quietly writing your own rules, creating a path that defied their limitations. They couldn't see the leader you were becoming, nor could they comprehend that you would never be bound by the small, confined world they tried to impose. Perhaps it was always meant to be this way, every step in this journey, every moment of resilience, leading you to this place of inner strength. Proverbs 16 verse 9 reminds us, In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Do you feel the truth in that? That even in moments when others tried to dictate your path, a greater plan was quietly guiding you forward? For you didn't just rise. You uncovered a deep, unshakable core within yourself, a strength that no outside force can ever take away. And now, as they watch, they see the potential they once overlooked unfolding. With each step you take, their underestimation was only a reflection of their own limits, not yours. While they rest with the weight of regret, you move forward freely, needing no validation or explanation. In the end, the moment you took control of yourself, their influence slipped away, leaving you free to continue this journey unbound. Isn't there a quiet triumph in knowing that your growth now speaks louder than any words could? Psalm 18 verse 32 speaks to this strength. It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure. You are secure, empowered, and ready to face whatever comes next, grounded in the truth of who you are. They once believed that time was on their side, but true strength had always been with you. Now all that remains in their hands is a shadow, a memory of the control they thought they held. The reality is that each obstacle placed along your path only fortified your resilience, shaping you into the person you are today. As you move forward, they find themselves unable to keep up, held back by their own illusions, while you have found a rhythm uniquely your own. They expected you to bend, to fit into roles that suited their interests, yet they missed the profound truth. You were born for this journey. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 speaks to this destiny, saying, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart." Isn't it empowering to know that your purpose has always been divinely guided, beyond the reach of anyone's influence? Your rise isn't just about breaking free from their limits. It's been a journey of discovering and embracing the fire within. Each step, each experience, has led you here, granting you a freedom that feels both earned and deeply deserved. Now, as you walk a path that belongs solely to you, their influence has faded, a distant memory of a time when others tried to define what couldn't be contained. Can you feel how liberating it is to finally hold the reins, shaping your journey with the strength that has always been yours? This new road, illuminated by your inner strength, is one where you fully control your potential. This success, forged from challenges overcome, shines as the brightest chapter in your story. You've reached the end of a powerful transformation, a period of preparation that has readied you for everything to come. Romans 8 verse 28 reassures us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." Each challenge, each pressure, each attempt to hold you back, these have only added to your strength, bringing you to this moment of purpose and clarity. Those who once tried to limit you never realized that each obstacle was strengthening your resilience. They thought they could contain your power, that you'd stay in the background, but with each step, you came closer to your true self. Now you stand at heights they could never have imagined, heights that were part of your destiny, not just a coincidence. Isn't it remarkable to look back and see how every challenge prepared you for this very moment? Isaiah 40 verse 31 speaks to this resilience. "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." Like the eagle rising above storms, each attempt to hold you back has only lifted you higher. The truth behind their intentions has now been brought to light. Their attempts to halt your progress only propelled you further, unveiling the strength that lay within. Watching from a distance, they see just how far you've come, knowing they can't catch up. They once believed they could bind you to their path, yet each step carried you closer to a strength they could never imagine. Do you sense the beauty in having moved beyond those limits, unbound and unrestrained? The bridges they left in the past are gone, unable to be rebuilt. Perhaps they were never sincere in their support, seeking only to advance their own plans by keeping you close. But now, they can no longer reach the heights you've attained. Psalm 27 verse 1 reminds us, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" With God as your guiding light, you've transcended the confines of their vision. They have become mere shadows in a scene they can no longer shape. While they acted from a narrow vision that couldn't see the depth of your strength, you were quietly creating your own path, the hero of a story crafted by your will. Can you feel the freedom in finally being the author of your own journey? Each step forward reveals a chapter of strength, resilience, and purpose, one that no one else can write. Your rise stands independently, a journey shaped not by their influence, but by your own unwavering strength. Each step toward these heights has been more than a mere ascent. It has been a deeply personal journey, a return to your true self, to the core of who you are. You have embraced the path laid out for you with a clarity of purpose that is undeniable. Free from the sway of others' expectations, you now walk with a strength that radiates from within. Those who once believed they could control your destiny are now left in quiet regret, watching as you move at a pace they can't hope to match. Every attempt they made to limit you only propelled you closer to your highest goals. They never truly held any control over you. It was always your boundless inner strength guiding and lifting you forward, placing you on a plane they cannot reach. Their efforts to influence your path unwittingly accelerated your inner journey. Now, they are left with nothing but the shadow of the person they once thought they could contain. Perhaps deep down, you've known all along that this was your journey to make, that you were destined to chart your own course and rise above any mold imposed upon you. Have you felt the quiet triumph of finally progressing with an awareness of the power that has carried you to this moment? As the master of your own strength, you far surpassed the boundaries they once set, moving beyond their reach and expectations. Now, their past attempts are mere echoes, reminders of obstacles that only made you stronger. You continue on your path with purpose, claiming what is rightfully yours, unapologetically stepping into your destiny. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. With this divine strength as your foundation, you walk forward boldly, crafting a path shaped by your will alone, free from anyone's limitations. This journey isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about finding salvation in every step, even as you face the thorny roads. Perhaps it was always meant to be this way, every step in this journey, every moment of resilience, leading you to this place of inner strength. Proverbs 16 verse 9 reminds us, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." Do you feel the truth in that? That even in moments when others tried to dictate your path, a greater plan was quietly guiding you forward? For you didn't just rise. You uncovered a deep, unshakable core within yourself, a strength that no outside force can ever take away. And now, as they watch, they see the potential they once overlooked unfolding. With each step you take, their underestimation was only a reflection of their own limits, not yours. While they rest with the weight of regret, you move forward freely, needing no validation or explanation. In the end, the moment you took control of yourself, their influence slipped away, leaving you free to continue this journey unbound. Isn't there a quiet triumph in knowing that your growth now speaks louder than any words could? Psalm 18 verse 32 speaks to this strength. "It is God who arms me with strength and keeps my way secure." You are secure, empowered, and ready to face whatever comes next, grounded in the truth of who you are. They once believed that time was on their side, but true strength had always been with you. Now all that remains in their hands is a shadow, a memory of the control they thought they held. The reality is that each obstacle placed along your path only fortified your resilience, shaping you into the person you are today. As you move forward, they find themselves unable to keep up, held back by their own illusions, while you have found a rhythm uniquely your own. They expected you to bend, to fit into roles that suited their interests, yet they missed the profound truth. You were born for this journey. Jeremiah 1 verse 5 speaks to this destiny, saying, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart." Isn't it empowering to know that your purpose has always been divinely guided, beyond the reach of anyone's influence? Your rise isn't just about breaking free from their limits. It's been a journey of discovering and embracing the fire within. Each step, each experience, has led you here, granting you a freedom that feels both earned and deeply deserved. Now, as you walk a path that belongs solely to you, their influence has faded, a distant memory of a time when others tried to define what couldn't be contained. Can you feel how liberating it is to finally hold the reins, shaping your journey with the strength that has always been yours? This new road, illuminated by your inner strength, is one where you fully control your potential. This success, forged from challenges overcome, shines as the brightest chapter in your story. You've reached the end of a powerful transformation, a period of preparation that has readied you for everything to come. Romans 8 verse 28 reassures us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." Each challenge, each pressure, each attempt to hold you back, these have only added to your strength, bringing you to this moment of purpose and clarity. Those who once tried to limit you never realized that each obstacle was strengthening your resilience. They thought they could contain your power, that you'd stay in the background. But with each step, you came closer to your true self. Now you stand at heights they could never have imagined, heights that were part of your destiny, not just a coincidence. Isn't it remarkable to look back and see how every challenge prepared you for this very moment? Isaiah 40 verse 31 speaks to this resilience. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. Like the eagle rising above storms, each attempt to hold you back has only lifted you higher. The truth behind their intentions has now been brought to light. Their attempts to halt your progress only propelled you further, unveiling the strength that lay within. Watching from a distance, they see just how far you've come, knowing they can't catch up. They once believed they could bind you to their path, yet each step carried you closer to a strength they could never imagine. Do you sense the beauty in having moved beyond those limits, unbound and unrestrained? The bridges they left in the past are gone, unable to be rebuilt. Perhaps they were never sincere in their support, seeking only to advance their own plans by keeping you close. But now, they can no longer reach the heights you've attained. Psalm 27 verse 1 reminds us, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" With God as your guiding light, you've transcended the confines of their vision. They have become mere shadows in a scene they can no longer shape. While they acted from a narrow vision that couldn't see the depth of your strength, you were quietly creating your own path, the hero of a story crafted by your will. Can you feel the freedom in finally being the author of your own journey? Each step forward reveals a chapter of strength, resilience, and purpose, one that no one else can write. Your rise stands independently, a journey shaped not by their influence, but by your own unwavering strength. Each step toward these heights has been more than a mere ascent. It has been a deeply personal journey, a return to your true self, to the core of who you are. You have embraced the path laid out for you with a clarity of purpose that is undeniable. Free from the sway of others' expectations, you now walk with a strength that radiates from within. Those who once believed they could control your destiny are now left in quiet regret, watching as you move at a pace they can't hope to match. Every attempt they made to limit you only propelled you closer to your highest goals. They never truly held any control over you. It was always your boundless inner strength guiding and lifting you forward, placing you on a plane they cannot reach. Their efforts to influence your path unwittingly accelerated your inner journey. Now, they are left with nothing but the shadow of the person they once thought they could contain. Perhaps deep down, you've known all along that this was your journey to make, that you were destined to chart your own course and rise above any mold imposed upon you. Have you felt the quiet triumph of finally progressing with an awareness of the power that has carried you to this moment? As the master of your own strength, you far surpassed the boundaries they once set, moving beyond their reach and expectations. Now, their past attempts are mere echoes, reminders of obstacles that only made you stronger. You continue on your path with purpose, claiming what is rightfully yours, unapologetically stepping into your destiny. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. With this divine strength as your foundation, you walk forward boldly, crafting a path shaped by your will alone, free from anyone's limitations. This journey isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about finding salvation in every step, even as you face the thorny roads. Reflect on the strength that has brought you here, and let these words resonate within you as you continue onward, unbound and empowered. This journey has tied you to a greater purpose, pushing you to build your own way without bending to others' plans. With God's guidance, you've reached new horizons, beyond the limits of those who tried to restrict you. From this elevated place, you can look down and see how far behind they've fallen. They had the opportunity to grow alongside you but chose to underestimate you instead. Now, as you walk the path where your dreams are coming true, they remain as mere witnesses to your rise, watching only from a distance. You're free of the burdens of the past, moving forward with the strength that's truly yours. As a representative of boundless freedom, no one can stop you as you walk this path that belongs to you. You're not here just to break others' boundaries. You're here to reach the highest heights on your own road. And now, they can only hear the echo of your success while they remain in their regrets. As soon as you start to enjoy your success, People who were never truly there for you will suddenly appear, pretending they've been by your side all along. They'll act as if they were always part of everything you've achieved and as if they shared in your journey from the beginning. But you know the truth. Were they there when you put in the hard work, struggled through tough times, or searched for even the smallest glimmer of hope? Now, they only want to benefit from the glow of your success. They're trying to find a way back into your life, to take part in the praise, pretending they've supported you all along. Don't be fooled by their newfound support. You don't owe anyone an explanation for the strength you've gained or the journey you've worked so hard to build. Your success is the real fruit of your divine purpose, patience, and dedication. Every step was earned, and you owe no one for this achievement. Even if they try to make you feel guilty or convince you that they're part of your victory, the truth is that you earned this success through your own efforts. Your path was always destined for greatness, and now you know you deserve to be where you are. Those who once dismissed your potential have lost the chance to be in the front row. Even if they now act as though they were with you the whole time, you know how distant they really were. You've invested too much, overcome too many obstacles, to let them back into your life. As you take your place high above, it's up to you to protect your energy and solidify this rise. Don't give a place in your success story to those who didn't walk this journey with you. You not only fought for success but also struggled against those who underestimated and overlooked you. Now, they're left watching from the sidelines. Though they may follow your journey, they can never be part of your path. You owe them no apologies, and certainly no explanations. Divine guidance lit your way, and reaching success was your right alone, something you proved with every step. Those who weren't there when you needed them most now want to share in your triumph. But this road was one you built without needing anyone's hand to hold. Their regret now stands in the shadow of your true power. You were always meant for this destiny. Reaching the top was inevitable, and you never needed anyone's approval to get here. Your rise isn't just a success story. It's an inner awakening, a fulfillment of divine purpose. You came into this world with a special mission, and you didn't need anyone's support to accomplish it. Now, it's time to protect your unique energy and keep moving forward. They can only watch from afar. They've lost the right to walk beside you. You've come into your own strength. Your faith has been the most steadfast guide on this journey, like standing at the edge of a vast ocean, sensing the power of the waves before they crash. You've been waiting, haven't you? Sensing that a shift, a profound change, is imminent. Now, the whispers have grown louder, the anticipation more palpable. The universe is telling you, in no uncertain terms, that it's almost time. This isn't a vague prophecy or a distant promise. This is about the here and now, the very fabric of your reality beginning to transform. The signs have been there, the repeating numbers, the vivid dreams, the uncanny synchronicities. These aren't random occurrences. They are the universe's way of preparing you, of gently nudging you toward the edge of your destiny. You've felt different, set apart, haven't you? This feeling, this knowing, isn't a burden. It's a beacon. It's the universe's way of marking you, of highlighting your unique role in the unfolding grand design. You've been chosen, not for an easy path, but for a significant one. And now, the time for that path to reveal itself is upon you. The awakening isn't a future event. It's a present reality. You're not waiting for something to happen. You're living through it. The power within you, the divine spark, is igniting, pushing you to step into your true self. This isn't about personal gain or fleeting success. It's about embodying your divine purpose, about becoming a beacon of light in a world that desperately needs it. And with this awakening, with this unfolding of power, comes responsibility. You're not just changing your life. You're impacting the lives of others. Your journey, your transformation, is a ripple effect, spreading outward, touching hearts and inspiring souls. You are part of a collective awakening, a global shift in consciousness. But remember, this isn't a solo journey. The universe is orchestrating this, aligning circumstances, bringing people into your life, and removing obstacles from your path. You are not alone. You are part of a grand design, a divine plan that is unfolding with perfect timing. There will be challenges, moments of doubt, and resistance. But these are not setbacks. They are tests, opportunities to strengthen your resolve and deepen your faith. Trust the process, trust the universe, and trust the power within you. You are being guided, supported, and loved beyond measure. The time is almost here. The moment is upon you. The call is ringing clear. Will you answer? Will you step into your power, embrace your purpose, and shine your light for all to see? The choice is yours. And as you stand at this threshold, remember the signs, the feelings, the undeniable sense that something profound is about to unfold. This isn't just a feeling. It's a reality. The universe is speaking, and it's speaking to you. Embrace this moment. Embrace this transformation. Embrace your divine purpose. For it's almost time, and you are ready. Now, let's take a moment to connect with this energy. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel the anticipation, the excitement, the knowing that something extraordinary is about to happen. Feel the power within you, the divine spark that is igniting. Feel the love and support of the universe, guiding you, protecting you, and lifting you up. And as you open your eyes, know that you are not alone. You are part of a grand design, a divine plan, and your moment is here. Embrace it. Live it. Shine your light. For it's almost time, and you are ready. Romans 8 verse 28 speaks to this, and we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Repeat that Bible verse if you believe it. God works for the good of those who love Him and are called to His purpose. Each closed door, each unexpected turn, was a building block in the foundation of your spiritual growth. Your readiness for this new chapter is no coincidence. It is the culmination of God's work in your life, carefully designed and intentionally cultivated. This theme of readiness that we explore goes beyond mere preparation for the tasks ahead. It is a realization that all of your experiences, every lesson and triumph, have aligned perfectly to create the person you are today. Think about it. What if every setback was a setup for something greater? What if each trial was a test to refine you for the purpose you are now called to embrace? God has been working behind the scenes, using each obstacle to mold you, ensuring you are prepared not only to advance, but to flourish in the purpose He has set for you. Now, as you stand on the cusp of this next phase, embrace the fullness of what God has done in you. Your journey wasn't meant to just lead you here. It was meant to equip you to step forward with confidence and faith, knowing that you are ready. This is your moment, a divine appointment to move forward with courage, fully prepared to fulfill the incredible purpose God has planned for you. One of the most transformative lessons you've encountered on your spiritual journey is the art of surrender. It's often only when life feels chaotic and completely beyond our control that we are invited to release our tight grip on expectations. In those moments, you found yourself left with no option but to place your trust entirely in God's timing, a lesson that has woven itself into the deepest parts of your faith. This lesson, though challenging, is among the most profound for any believer. It requires a faith that transcends your immediate understanding. Surrendering is never easy, especially when your desires are powerful and your hopes seem urgent, pressing on your heart with unyielding force. You may wonder, why must I wait? Why can't things unfold now? Yet, it is precisely in these moments of surrender that God's plans start to take shape in ways you couldn't foresee. The Bible teaches us, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways," declares the Lord, Isaiah 55 verse 8. This reminds us that God's vision extends far beyond what we can perceive, assuring us that His plan, though hidden, is always in motion. This understanding of surrender has become a guiding light as you prepare to step forward into what lies ahead. There will always be unknowns in life, a future that seems shadowed by uncertainty. But now, you have the strength to meet those uncertainties with a heart that trusts deeply. How different would our lives be if we truly believed that every delay, every pause, is a part of God's divine timing? Could it be that this trust, built through the discipline of surrender, is the key to unlocking the blessings He has prepared for you? With each step forward, remember that your surrender isn't a loss of control, but an invitation for God to reveal His greater plan in your life. Another important aspect of your growth has been patience. Think of all the times you felt prepared to move forward, believing you were ready to step into new opportunities or blessings, yet God gently asked you to wait. Those pauses often felt confusing, even frustrating. But in each waiting season, you began to realize that God's plan was at work beyond what you could see. These moments weren't simply delays. They were purposeful periods where God was preparing your heart, aligning situations around you, and building a foundation that would support your growth in the long term. The Bible beautifully illustrates this in Psalm 27 verse 14, which encourages, "Wait for the Lord. Be strong and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord." What might God have been cultivating within you during those times of stillness? Perhaps resilience, or a deeper trust in His timing. Each period of waiting was like a season of sowing. God was planting seeds of faith, patience, and wisdom within you that would bloom in their own time. Now, as you look back, can you see how your ability to trust has grown stronger with each instance of waiting? You were learning that God's timing is infinitely wiser than our own. How many times did things fall into place in a way you never could have planned? This understanding, this surrender to His perfect timing, has become a cornerstone of your faith. As Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 reminds us, "For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven." What season do you believe you are in now? Are you still in a period of preparation, or is God calling you to step forward? By standing in faith through these seasons, you have learned that God's timing is not just about achieving our desires, but about aligning our hearts with His purpose. This journey requires patience, not simply as a means to an end, but as a form of worship, trusting that God is working all things together for good, just as Romans 8 verse 28 promises. Isn't it amazing to know that God has orchestrated every moment, down to the smallest detail, for your ultimate blessing? What if the wait itself was a blessing, one that prepared you for all that He is ready to give? Each step has taught you that faith is not about instant results, but about surrendering to His wisdom, confident that God's plan will always exceed our expectations in ways we could never imagine. In what ways can you continue to embrace patience, knowing that God's timing is indeed perfect? This readiness you are stepping into is a sacred transition, one that doesn't require you to have every detail in place, but rather a heart open to God's guidance. Life may feel uncertain, and the path ahead may appear hazy, but the openness you've cultivated through your journey allows you to trust God even in the unknown. Through your trials and triumphs, you've acquired invaluable tools: wisdom to discern, strength to endure, and perseverance to push forward. These gifts are the very foundation that will carry you, especially when the road ahead challenges your faith. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 16 verse 9, "The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." Are you willing to walk forward in faith, trusting that God has already equipped you for each step? Take a moment to reflect on the qualities that have emerged from within you. Resilience that has withstood storms, faith that has not faltered, and discernment sharpened by hardship. These strengths didn't surface during times of comfort, but were forged in moments of difficulty. You may not have realized how much you've grown, or how capable you truly are. Now, it's time to embrace the person you've become and the tools God has given you. No longer do you need to question if you're ready. God has prepared you for this season and has brought you here for a purpose. As you stand on the brink of this next chapter, it's important to recognize that this readiness carries a profound responsibility. God's plan for your life isn't solely for your benefit, but for those whose lives you will touch along the way. Your journey, your choices, and your actions will ripple outward, impacting those around you. Have you considered the ways your growth might inspire others to trust in God's timing? This realization should humble you, filling you with both a sense of honor and purpose as a vessel in God's divine design. This time of preparation is sacred. There is no need to rush into the future. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly according to God's timing. As Isaiah 40 verse 31 reassures us, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Stand in peace, take a deep breath, and know that you are exactly where you need to be. The next steps will be revealed when the time is right, and in that moment, you will find that you are indeed ready. Your journey is indeed one of a kind. The path you walk is yours alone, carefully crafted by God for your unique growth and transformation. Every challenge you encountered, every hardship you overcame, was not random, but divinely designed to equip you with the resilience, wisdom, and faith you would need. These experiences have refined you, preparing you for the extraordinary purpose that now lies ahead. Standing here on the brink of something significant, you can look back and see how every moment, even those you once questioned, was a step in God's plan to shape you. As you step forward, Let your gaze remain fixed on God. He has been your guide through every storm, your strength in every weakness, and He will continue to lead you into this new chapter. The prophet Jeremiah reminds us of God's promise in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Can you feel the depth of God's commitment to your journey, knowing He has orchestrated each step with loving intention? You are not entering this new season because everything in your life is perfectly aligned, but because you now carry the essential strength, wisdom, and faith to face what's next. God's timing is beyond our understanding, flawless in its unfolding. He has prepared you for this moment, and though you may not see every detail, trust that He has equipped you fully for what lies ahead. Move forward with confidence, grounded in the knowledge that His plan surpasses anything you could imagine. You are ready to fulfill your purpose, not because the path is easy, but because God has placed within you everything needed to accomplish it. As you walk forward, can you trust that the unknown holds blessings beyond your wildest dreams, designed specifically for you? Let this assurance fill you with peace, for God is leading you into something greater, and you are fully prepared to embrace it. You've come a long way, yet there may still be a lingering feeling of incompletion, an echo of something unresolved. Despite all your growth and transformation, it's as though there's more, a question or a quiet anticipation that something extraordinary is waiting just over the horizon. This feeling isn't a coincidence. It's a divine sign that you are standing on the brink of a life-altering shift, a sacred threshold. Though the path ahead may seem veiled in mystery, this tension between where you are now and where you're meant to go is an essential part of your spiritual journey. It's as if you're standing before a door, sensing that the next step will reshape everything. But perhaps the real question that rests on your heart is this: what is that next step? You've walked through trials and challenges, each one molding you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. You've done the inner work, confronted doubts, and emerged with greater clarity. And now, you feel a calling towards something greater, though its details may still be shrouded. For those chosen by God, this journey often includes periods of stillness, times when God's voice seems silent, and the way forward feels hidden. In Psalm 46 verse 10, we're reminded, "Be still, and know that I am God." These moments of waiting are not a pause in the journey, but a preparation, a sacred stillness where God is at work, orchestrating things both within you and in the world around you. Can you see how God's silence is not abandonment, but an invitation to listen even closer? In these moments, you're being called to lean in, to tune your heart to God's quiet whispers. His timing, though mysterious, is perfect, unfolding in ways we often can't foresee. We may long for immediate answers or a clear direction at every turn, but God works beyond our understanding. Sometimes, the waiting itself is a crucial part of the journey. It's in this pause that God aligns events, situations, and even your own heart in ways that are unseen. Just as Habakkuk 2 verse 3 says, "For the vision awaits its appointed time, it speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." This waiting, though challenging, is where your breakthrough is born. You may not see it yet, but the answers, the guidance, and the revelation are already in motion, preparing to be unveiled at the right moment. What if this time of quiet anticipation is exactly what's needed to prepare you for what's next? Are you willing to trust that this waiting is not an empty pause, but a divine orchestration, leading you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose? As you stand at this threshold, may you find peace in knowing that God's hand is in every detail, guiding you, preparing you, and setting the stage for the moment when everything will be revealed. You might find yourself wondering, what signs should I look for? You may have noticed subtle changes unfolding around you, relationships shifting, certain doors closing while others open unexpectedly. These are not random events. They are divine movements, gentle signs that God is setting the stage for the next chapter in your journey. Each change, each closed or open door, is part of God's orchestration, preparing you for what lies ahead. Yet, even as these signs appear, doubts can surface, making you question whether you're truly ready to step into the unknown. This tension, feeling something is coming without knowing what it is, can stir a mix of emotions. You might feel excitement alongside fear, a combination that speaks deeply to your soul. The fear comes from the uncertainty, while the excitement is a whisper from your spirit, sensing that a breakthrough is near. Perhaps you wonder whether you'll recognize the opportunity when it arrives, or if you're genuinely prepared for what's to come. But consider this. The very fact that you're asking these questions is a sign of your growth and readiness. It shows that you're attuned to the significance of what lies ahead, aware of the weight and purpose this new season carries. In these moments, faith becomes your anchor. Trust that God has already equipped you with everything you need, even if you can't yet see the full picture. As 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7 reminds us, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." Isn't it reassuring to know that you don't have to understand every detail to take the next step? This stage isn't about having all the answers. Instead, it's about surrendering fully to God's guidance, allowing Him to reveal each piece of the journey in His time. Trusting in God means embracing the unknown, knowing that He will light each step as you go. You're not meant to have it all figured out beforehand. Just as Isaiah 30 verse 21 promises, "Your ears shall hear a word behind you, saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" Can you feel the freedom in surrendering control, letting go of the need for certainty, and allowing God to lead you one step at a time? As you face this threshold, remember that every doubt, every question, is part of your preparation. It sharpens your awareness and deepens your faith. Embrace this process, for it's in these moments of uncertainty that God is working the most. You are being prepared for something extraordinary, something beyond what you could plan or imagine. So, when the time comes, trust that you will recognize the opportunity, and you'll be ready to step forward with courage, guided by faith, knowing that God's plan is unfolding perfectly. What does this anticipation feel like right now? Maybe it feels like a restlessness that you can't quite shake, a deep sense that something is shifting, even if it remains just beyond your reach. This restlessness isn't just discomfort. It's a sacred signal that transformation is unfolding within you. You may feel as though you're shedding the old, preparing to step into something new and greater. God is not only aligning your circumstances, but is also working in your heart, mind, and spirit, preparing every part of you for the next season. Think back to other times in your life when you felt a similar tension before a major shift or revelation. Those were moments of uncertainty, weren't they? And yet, in each instance, the breakthrough only came when you chose to trust the process and moved forward with faith. This moment is no different. The anticipation you feel now isn't a sign that you're stagnant or lost. It's a divine indicator that you're on the very edge of a breakthrough. God is about to move in your life in ways that are still unseen. But before that breakthrough comes, He invites you to sit with the questions and embrace the uncertainty. This is where true spiritual growth is cultivated. Spiritual maturity isn't formed during moments of clarity. It's built in the waiting, when faith becomes your anchor, when the answers are hidden and the future is unclear. That's when your trust in God is strengthened the most. Hebrews 11 verse 1 reminds us, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Can you sense the beauty in trusting what you cannot yet see? Your doubts and questions are not signs of weakness. They're part of the journey. God isn't withholding answers to frustrate you. Instead, He's using this tension to refine your spirit, to deepen your reliance on Him, and to prepare you fully for what lies ahead. This restlessness is a sign of preparation, a refining process that will make you stronger and more attuned to God's voice. What if this waiting is not a delay, but a sacred pause, allowing you to become exactly who you need to be for the next chapter? As you sit in this moment of anticipation, trust that God is guiding every step. You're not waiting in vain. You're being prepared for something beyond what you can imagine. When the time comes, you'll understand why this waiting was necessary, why this tension was essential. Hold on to your faith, for it is the bridge between where you are now and the extraordinary purpose God has waiting for you. As you sit with these questions, searching for subtle, quiet signs instead of dramatic revelations, consider the ways God may be speaking to you even now. Sometimes His voice isn't in the grand gestures, but in the gentle reminders, a conversation that resonates deeply, a scripture that speaks to your heart, or a sudden calming sense of peace. These moments are His way of assuring you of His presence even in times of waiting. Just as Elijah heard God not in the mighty wind or the earthquake, but in a gentle whisper in 1 Kings 19 verses 11 to 12, you too may find that God's voice emerges in the stillness. As you stand at the threshold of a new chapter, take a moment to pause. What is God asking of you at this very moment? Perhaps he's inviting you to be patient, to trust him more deeply, or to surrender to his timing. Consider what might happen if you allowed yourself to rest in his process, rather than rushing to find answers. The anticipation you feel isn't a burden, but a blessing, a sign that God is preparing you for something greater. Could this anticipation be God's way of guiding you to grow in faith, to be ready for a transformation you can't yet see? The path you're on doesn't require that you have all the answers now. In fact, what God asks of you is something far simpler, yet infinitely profound. Faith to take each step forward, even when you can't see the entire path. Trust that in his perfect timing, the answers will unfold, just as he promises in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Know that God's timing is flawless. This journey has been long, filled with questions and uncertainties. You've encountered obstacles that tested your strength and endured seasons of waiting that seemed endless. But every part of this journey has been intentional, guiding you and refining you for a purpose beyond your current understanding. Could it be that all the trials, the silence, and the anticipation have been God's way of preparing you for a destiny beyond your wildest imagination? Reflect on this. What if every moment of waiting was God's way of preparing you to receive something extraordinary? It's natural to feel the tension of waiting, to wonder what the next step will look like, or to feel the weight of not knowing God's full plan. Yet, here is a powerful truth. You are exactly where God needs you to be. Every moment of waiting, each instance of tension, has been part of his divine process to refine and shape you. Just as James reminds us, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1 verse 4. This waiting season isn't wasted. It's where patience, surrender, and faith are strengthened to depths that self-will cannot reach. Every lesson in patience, every step of surrender, has built within you a resilience that can carry the divine purpose laid upon your life. Think of Joseph, who endured betrayal, slavery, and prison before stepping into his role as Egypt's ruler in Genesis 50 verse 20. Every trial served a purpose, shaping him for the task God had set. Could it be that your trials, too, are laying the foundation for a greater destiny? You've been seeking confirmation, clarity, direction, yet these answers may not have come in the expected ways. Perhaps the signs have been quiet, subtle, a moment of peace, a verse that speaks directly to your heart, or a conversation that shifts your understanding. Remember Elijah, who sought God in the wind, the earthquake, and the fire, but found him in a gentle whisper in 1 Kings 19 verses 11 to 12. These subtle moments are God's way of guiding you, gently reminding you of his presence and confirming that you're on the right path. But now, the time is nearing for an answer that will shake your foundation, a breakthrough that will resonate within you deeply. Are you ready to receive it? This stage isn't about having all the answers. Instead, it's about surrendering fully to God's guidance, allowing him to reveal each piece of the journey in his time. Trusting in God means embracing the unknown, knowing that he will light each step as you go. You're not meant to have it all figured out beforehand. Just as Isaiah 30 verse 21 promises, your ears shall hear a word behind you, saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Can you feel the freedom in surrendering control, letting go of the need for certainty, and allowing God to lead you one step at a time? As you face this threshold, remember that every doubt, every question, is part of your preparation. It sharpens your awareness and deepens your faith. Embrace this process, for it's in these moments of uncertainty that God is working the most. You are being prepared for something extraordinary, something beyond what you could plan or imagine. So, when the time comes, trust that you will recognize the opportunity, and you'll be ready to step forward with courage, guided by faith, knowing that God's plan is unfolding perfectly. What does this anticipation feel like right now? Maybe it feels like a restlessness that you can't quite shake, a deep sense that something is shifting, even if it remains just beyond your reach. This restlessness isn't just discomfort. It's a sacred signal that transformation is unfolding within you. You may feel as though you're shedding the old, preparing to step into something new and greater. God is not only aligning your circumstances, but is also working in your heart, mind, and spirit, preparing every part of you for the next season. Think back to other times in your life when you felt a similar tension before a major shift or revelation. Those were moments of uncertainty, weren't they? And yet, in each instance, The breakthrough only came when you chose to trust the process and moved forward with faith. This moment is no different. The anticipation you feel now isn't a sign that you're stagnant or lost. It's a divine indicator that you're on the very edge of a breakthrough. God is about to move in your life in ways that are still unseen. But before that breakthrough comes, He invites you to sit with the questions and embrace the uncertainty. This is where true spiritual growth is cultivated. Spiritual maturity isn't formed during moments of clarity. It's built in the waiting, when faith becomes your anchor, when the answers are hidden and the future is unclear. That's when your trust in God is strengthened the most. Hebrews 11 verse 1 reminds us, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Can you sense the beauty in trusting what you cannot yet see? Your doubts and questions are not signs of weakness. They're part of the journey. God isn't withholding answers to frustrate you. Instead, He's using this tension to refine your spirit, to deepen your reliance on Him, and to prepare you fully for what lies ahead. This restlessness is a sign of preparation, a refining process that will make you stronger and more attuned to God's voice. What if this waiting is not a delay, but a sacred pause, allowing you to become exactly who you need to be for the next chapter? As you sit in this moment of anticipation, trust that God is guiding every step. You're not waiting in vain. You're being prepared for something beyond what you can imagine. When the time comes, you'll understand why this waiting was necessary, why this tension was essential. Hold on to your faith, for it is the bridge between where you are now and the extraordinary purpose God has waiting for you. As you sit with these questions, searching for subtle, quiet signs instead of dramatic revelations, consider the ways God may be speaking to you even now. Sometimes His voice isn't in the grand gestures, but in the gentle reminders, a conversation that resonates deeply, a scripture that speaks to your heart, or a sudden calming sense of peace. These moments are His way of assuring you of His presence even in times of waiting. Just as Elijah heard God not in the mighty wind or the earthquake, but in a gentle whisper in 1 Kings 19 verses 11 to 12, you too may find that God's voice emerges in the stillness. As you stand at the threshold of a new chapter, take a moment to pause. What is God asking of you at this very moment? Perhaps He's inviting you to be patient, to trust Him more deeply, or to surrender to His timing. Consider what might happen if you allowed yourself to rest in His process, rather than rushing to find answers. The anticipation you feel isn't a burden, but a blessing, a sign that God is preparing you for something greater. Could this anticipation be God's way of guiding you to grow in faith, to be ready for a transformation you can't yet see? The path you're on doesn't require that you have all the answers now. In fact, what God asks of you is something far simpler, yet infinitely profound. Faith to take each step forward, even when you can't see the entire path. Trust that in His perfect timing, the answers will unfold, just as He promises in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Know that God's timing is flawless. This journey has been long, filled with questions and uncertainties. You've encountered obstacles that tested your strength and endured seasons of waiting that seemed endless. But every part of this journey has been intentional, guiding you and refining you for a purpose beyond your current understanding. Could it be that all the trials, the silence, and the anticipation have been God's way of preparing you for a destiny beyond your wildest imagination? Reflect on this. What if every moment of waiting was God's way of preparing you to receive something extraordinary? It's natural to feel the tension of waiting, to wonder what the next step will look like, or to feel the weight of not knowing God's full plan. Yet, here is a powerful truth. You are exactly where God needs you to be. Every moment of waiting, each instance of tension, has been part of His divine process to refine and shape you. Just as James reminds us, let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. James 1 verse 4. This waiting season isn't wasted. It's where patience, surrender, and faith are strengthened to depths that self-will cannot reach. Every lesson in patience, every step of surrender, has built within you a resilience that can carry the divine purpose laid upon your life. Think of Joseph, who endured betrayal, slavery, and prison before stepping into his role as Egypt's ruler in Genesis 50 verse 20. Every trial served a purpose, shaping him for the task God had set. Could it be that your trials, too, are laying the foundation for a greater destiny? You've been seeking confirmation, clarity, direction, yet these answers may not have come in the expected ways. Perhaps the signs have been quiet, subtle, a moment of peace, a verse that speaks directly to your heart, or a conversation that shifts your understanding. Remember Elijah, who sought God in the wind, the earthquake, and the fire, but found him in a gentle whisper in 1 Kings 19 verses 11 to 12. These subtle moments are God's way of guiding you, gently reminding you of His presence and confirming that you're on the right path. But now, the time is nearing for an answer that will shake your foundation, a breakthrough that will resonate within you deeply. Are you ready to receive it? Another crucial part of your journey is understanding that your breakthrough isn't just for you. God's purpose for your life is interconnected with the lives of others. As you move forward, your actions will inspire and influence those around you. Your obedience to God's call will have a ripple effect on the people in your life. This is how God works. When one person steps into their calling, it encourages others to do the same. As you move forward, recognize that your faith and courage are setting an example for those who are watching you, even if they aren't saying it out loud. This is why your breakthrough is so significant. It isn't just about your journey. It's about the lives that will be changed because of your faith. Every step you take in obedience to God's plan becomes a testimony to others. Your willingness to trust, to move forward even when the path is unclear, will inspire those who are struggling with their own doubts and fears. This is the beauty of walking in alignment with God's will. Your life becomes a light for others. As you continue forward, you will still face challenges. The path won't always be easy. But now, you'll approach those challenges differently. Rather than seeing them as obstacles meant to hold you back, you'll recognize them as opportunities for further growth. Each challenge is a chance to deepen your faith and trust in God. You've already overcome so much, and with each victory, your trust in God's provision grows stronger. The same will happen as you encounter new challenges on this path. God's plan for you is far greater than what you can imagine. While you may have specific dreams and desires, God's vision for your life exceeds even those. He knows the bigger picture, and He is working behind the scenes to align every detail for His divine purpose. As you move forward, keep this in mind. What you see now is only a small part of what God has in store for you. Trust that even when things seem uncertain, God is orchestrating everything according to His perfect plan. Moving forward requires you to hold on to the lessons you've learned, especially the understanding that breakthrough begins within. It's about taking what you've gained through this journey, your growth, your deepened faith, and applying it to the challenges and opportunities ahead. The journey of a believer is about walking in faith, even when the path is unclear. You may not have all the answers now, but you know God is guiding you every step of the way. There will be moments when the tension between what you see and what you believe will be tested. It's in these moments that you must remember everything you've learned up until now. The breakthrough isn't something far off in the distance. It's within you. The power to walk in your calling, to trust in God's timing, and to move forward in faith has already been given to you. Now it's time to take the next step, knowing that God is with you. This journey is not easy, but it is necessary, not just for your transformation, but for humanity's awakening. As you embrace this role, remember every challenge shapes you for something greater. Each trial refines your spirit, strengthens your resolve, and prepares you for your profound mission. You are here now because the world needs you. Beloved, determine how you will rise. How will you use your gifts to bring light to darkness and guide others towards hope and healing? The path is before you, and the time is now. The journey of transformation for believers is profound and deeply personal. It's not enough to simply recognize you're chosen. You must actively embrace spiritual evolution. This journey will test you in ways that may feel overwhelming, but these trials are divine preparation, shaping you into the person capable of fulfilling your sacred mission, to become a light in a spiritually dormant world. First, you must awaken fully within yourself. This awakening often begins with a spiritual crisis, a dark night of the soul. Illusions are stripped away, leaving you face to face with your raw, unfiltered self. This stage is marked by pain. Relationships may fall apart, trusted people may abandon you, and you might feel alienated from your old life. While isolating, this separation is necessary. To transform the world, believers must detach from its falsehoods. The spiritual path is not comfortable, but growth by nature is uncomfortable. Rumi's words resonate. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Your struggles are sacred tests. These wounds, though painful, are where your divine light shines brightest. Losses, betrayals, deep challenges. These are not punishments, but opportunities to shed ego and uncover your true divine essence. This purified self is equipped to carry out your mission. Transformation for believers is not about external success or material wealth. It's an inner revolution, a shift from ego to soul. Many believers wrestle with the tension between their higher self and ego, which seeks external validation. To fulfill your mission, transcend this struggle. The ego isn't inherently bad, but for believers, it must be subordinated to the soul. Your purpose is too important to be driven by desires for recognition, power, or fame. Accept that the world may not immediately recognize your light. It may resist or reject it. You are not here to win approval, but to inspire transformation, which often provokes resistance. Your journey is about staying true to your mission, even when you're lonely. This inner transformation begins with surrender, not giving up, but letting go. Release your need to control and trust the divine plan. Trust that challenges shape you, that every loss is part of a larger process refining you for your sacred purpose. Believers are not called to an easy path, but to a meaningful one. Remember, trials prepare you, they don't break you. Each step is a testament to your courage and faith. This challenging transformation unlocks the divine power within you, lighting the way for others. Trust the process. Your mission unfolds as it should. Believers cannot fulfill their mission without spiritual discipline. This essential practice sets them apart, demanding conscious evolution, not passive coasting. To step fully into their role, believers must commit to consistent spiritual practices refining mind, body, and soul. Meditation and prayer are vital tools for connecting with the divine. Meditation quiets the mind, creating space for the soul to speak and divine wisdom to flow. Prayer is a dialogue with the divine, aligning your intentions with the greater will. In these moments, believers receive clarity, strength, and direction. Journaling helps process experiences, track spiritual growth, and uncover hidden truths. Writing clarifies scattered thoughts, bridging inner reflection and outward understanding. Self-reflection is crucial. Spiritual warriors must be aware of their thoughts, emotions, and actions, aligning them with their higher purpose. Introspection cultivates humility, wisdom, and a deep connection to the soul's guidance. Acts of service are another cornerstone. Serving humanity is at the heart of their mission. Small acts of kindness, compassion, and presence carry profound spiritual significance, purifying the soul and strengthening connection to the divine, reminding them of their sacred responsibility to uplift others. Detachment from materialism liberates believers from the world's illusions. In a society obsessed with material wealth, they understand true abundance is found in spiritual riches, peace, wisdom, and love. Beyond discipline, believers possess intuition, the voice of the divine within. Unlike others relying on logic or external validation, believers trust an inner knowing that transcends reason. Gut feelings, deep certainties, these are your intuition, your direct connection to divine wisdom. For believers, intuition is a lifeline. It often leads to unconventional decisions, bold leaps of faith, and paths others may not understand. Honing intuition requires practice. In a noisy world, believers cultivate stillness to hear their inner voice. Meditation quiets the mind, creating space for intuitive insights. Paying attention to signs and synchronicities sharpens this gift. Believers, your spiritual discipline and intuitive gifts are the foundation of your mission to guide and uplift humanity. By committing to these practices and trusting the divine whispers within, you step into your role with grace and power, transforming your life and lighting the way for others. For many believers, fulfilling their purpose begins with healing deep wounds from the past. Childhood trauma, rejection, abandonment, these may leave you questioning your worth. But these wounds are not your weakness. They are the wellspring of your greatest power. God's children are often given challenging life experiences as preparation, not punishment. Suffering cultivates empathy, compassion, and resilience, essential qualities for a guide and healer. Your pain equips you to connect with others on a profound level, having walked the same path of hardship. To heal the world, first embark on the journey of healing yourself. This means transforming pain into strength. By acknowledging your wounds and facing them with courage, you invite divine assistance. As you heal, you become a beacon of hope, demonstrating that it's possible to rise from suffering. As you progress, you'll see your wounds not as burdens, but as badges of honor. These marks signify a soul tested and emerged stronger. Your role is to show others the way out of cycles of pain, to inspire them to break free and reclaim their light. As you heal, you'll notice a shift in how you view the world, the illusionary system, the matrix, a society dominated by materialism and superficial values. Believers are called to escape this illusion and help others do the same. Breaking free requires a complete transformation of consciousness, shedding old beliefs and priorities. As you awaken, you may feel increasingly disconnected from the mainstream. This isn't loss, it's liberation. You find fulfillment in inner peace, purpose, and alignment with the divine. Breaking free positions you to help others awaken. Your wounds and detachment from illusions are tools, preparing you to guide, heal, and uplift humanity. Embracing this journey, you become a living testament to transformation, lighting the path for others. This disconnection from the matrix is a powerful sign of breaking free. But the matrix is persistent, trying to pull you back with distractions, temptations, and fears. The key is maintaining spiritual awareness. Stay grounded in your truth, and surround yourself with like-minded individuals. Remember that you are not alone. While believers may be scattered, their collective energy is transformative. Your task is not to fight the matrix directly, but to transcend it. As you elevate your consciousness, illusions unravel. This is not resistance, but transformation. When you rise above the matrix, your presence inspires others to question its hold. Though the journey can feel isolating, recognize the power of community. There are others like you, sharing your vision, struggles, and mission. Finding your spiritual tribe is vital for growth. These are the people who uplift you, challenge you, and walk alongside you. Even leaders need support. Whether through spiritual groups, online communities, or mentors, connecting with others provides belonging and renewal. Together, you are a collective force shifting the planet's consciousness. Reflecting on the trials and transformations that shape believers, the next step is to embrace your divine mission fully. Each believer has a unique role, yet the universal mission is to heal, awaken, and elevate humanity's consciousness. This is a sacred responsibility. At the heart of this mission is an awakening to your purpose. Being chosen means understanding your life carries a higher meaning. For believers, purpose transcends external definitions. It's not about what you do, but who you become. Purpose reflects your true self. As you awaken, you may feel drawn to specific forms of service. Healing, sharing spiritual knowledge, creating art, or leading by example. Your purpose may evolve, but its essence remains constant. You are here to guide others toward their own spiritual awakening. To embrace this purpose, tune into your soul. Pay attention to what brings alignment. Purpose flows naturally. For some, this calling leads to spiritual fields. For others, less obvious roles, infusing environments with wisdom, love, and light. Remember, it's not always about what you do, but how you do it. Wherever you are, elevate the energy around you by embodying compassion, authenticity, and spiritual awareness. Beloved, as you embrace your divine mission, trust you are equipped. Your presence sparks transformation. The world needs your light, wisdom, and courage. This is your moment to step fully into who you are meant to be, knowing each step brings the collective closer to awakening. Overcoming doubt and fear is a great challenge as you embrace your divine mission. Even awakened souls encounter uncertainty, questioning their worthiness. But the universe doesn't call the perfect, it perfects those it calls. You are chosen because you possess everything you need. Experiences, challenges, strengths, all have shaped you for this moment. Doubt and fear, while natural, are not your truth. They stem from the ego's desire to protect you, but they don't define you. Remind yourself of your divine connection. Trust the greater plan, even if you can't see the full picture. Your role is to take one step at a time, trusting the universe will guide you. Cultivate faith, not in the absence of challenges, but in the presence of divine support. Faith is trusting the process. Believers are here to break society's mold, creating something new, requiring courage. Your ability to fulfill your mission is tied to your alignment with your higher self, the eternal, wise aspect connected to the divine. While the ego thrives on fear, doubt, and separation, the higher self operates from love, trust, and unity. Aligning with this divine aspect makes your path clearer. To strengthen this connection, cultivate awareness. Notice the distinct voices within, ego versus higher self. The ego speaks in fear and judgment. The higher self whispers from love and peace, reminding you that you are whole, intrinsically worthy, and connected to the divine flow. Aligning with your higher self requires releasing egoic attachments. Shift your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. Seek your sense of worth from the divine source within. Spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, and mindfulness nurture this alignment. Meditation quiets the ego, creating space for the higher self's voice. Prayer connects you with divine guidance. Mindfulness anchors you in the present, helping you stay attuned to your soul's guidance. Most importantly, practice listening. Create moments of stillness to tune in and hear its wisdom. Overcoming doubt and fear is a great challenge as you embrace your divine mission. Even awakened souls encounter uncertainty, questioning their worthiness. But the universe doesn't call the perfect, it perfects those it calls. You are chosen because you possess everything you need. Experiences, challenges, strengths, all have shaped you for this moment. Doubt and fear, while natural, are not your truth. They stem from the ego's desire to protect you, but they don't define you. Remind yourself of your divine connection. Trust the greater plan, even if you can't see the full picture. Your role is to take one step at a time, trusting the universe will guide you. Cultivate faith, not in the absence of challenges, but in the presence of divine support. Faith is trusting the process. Believers are here to break society's mold, creating something new, requiring courage. Your ability to fulfill your mission is tied to your alignment with your higher self, the eternal, wise aspect connected to the divine. While the ego thrives on fear, doubt, and separation, the higher self operates from love, trust, and unity. Aligning with this divine aspect makes your path clearer. To strengthen this connection, cultivate awareness. Notice the distinct voices within, ego versus higher self. The ego speaks in fear and judgment. The higher self whispers from love and peace, reminding you that you are whole, intrinsically worthy, and connected to the divine flow. Aligning with your higher self requires releasing egoic attachments. Shift your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. Seek your sense of worth from the divine source within. Spiritual practices like meditation, prayer, and mindfulness nurture this alignment. Meditation quiets the ego, creating space for the higher self's voice. Prayer connects you with divine guidance. Mindfulness anchors you in the present, helping you stay attuned to your soul's guidance. Most importantly, practice listening. Create moments of stillness to tune in and hear its wisdom. The more you listen, the clearer your path becomes. Your higher self is the compass guiding you through uncertainty, doubt, and fear. Remember, you are not here to be perfect or fearless, but to embody faith, love, and courage. Trust the divine plan. You are exactly where you need to be, equipped with everything necessary to fulfill your purpose. The journey may not be easy, but it is yours and it is sacred. The journey of believers is guided by an inner compass, intuition, revealing itself through subtle nudges, synchronicities, or dreams. Trust these promptings, even when they defy logic. Your soul knows the way. Inner guidance often comes in quiet moments. Sudden inspiration, a conversation, a sense of peace. These breadcrumbs lead you closer to your purpose. Follow them with faith. As you follow this guidance, embracing authenticity becomes essential. The world needs you to be unapologetically yourself. Your unique combination of experiences, gifts, and perspectives holds the key to your mission. Too often, we hide our true selves out of fear. But as believers, Stepping into your authenticity, even when vulnerable, is non-negotiable. Living in alignment with your truth liberates you and inspires others to do the same. Authenticity isn't perfection. It's embracing the full spectrum of who you are, including strengths and imperfections, light and shadow. The energy of authenticity is magnetic, drawing those meant to be part of your journey. When you live from this place of truth, your light shines brighter, creating ripples of transformation. While your journey is personal, it is also one of service to the collective. You are here to uplift humanity's consciousness. Service can take many forms: direct action, art, storytelling, or simply leading by example. No act of service is too small. Every time you offer compassion, speak your truth, or hold space for someone's growth, you contribute to the collective awakening. Service is not self-sacrifice. True service flows from abundance. Aligning with your higher self ensures sustainable and impactful service. As you walk this path, you may step into leadership, whether sought or not. Leadership for believers is not about authority, but embodying truth, love, and wisdom. This type of leadership may attract resistance. Believers often walk paths others don't yet comprehend. But with time, your authenticity and courage will inspire others to follow. We are living in a time of extraordinary transformation. The collective consciousness is rising, and believers are the catalysts. Your role is pivotal. By embodying your truth and sharing your light, you help others awaken to their divine potential. This process will have challenges, but your presence as a guide, a beacon, and a holder of light will make the difference for those ready to awaken. Ultimately, fulfilling your mission requires surrendering to the divine plan. This surrender is not giving up, but trusting that everything unfolds for your highest good and the good of all. You may not always understand the path, but surrendering releases the need for control. Remember, you are part of a vast network of souls working together for the collective awakening. Even when the journey feels difficult, you are never alone. Trust in the divine timing of your mission. Your role is indispensable to the transformation of the world. The journey of believers is equipped with sacred tools, divinely provided to help you navigate your mission with clarity, strength, and purpose. These spiritual gifts and practices deepen your connection with the divine, protect your energy, and empower you to fulfill your higher calling. Let's explore how these tools guide you in awakening yourself and others. One potent tool is the power of intention. Intention is more than setting goals. It's the energetic foundation directing your life. As a believer, your intentions carry amplified energy because they are aligned with the divine. When you set clear, aligned intentions, you unite your will with the universe's greater purpose, becoming a co-creator of your reality. Ask yourself daily, what is my intention? What am I creating with my thoughts, words, and actions? Are my intentions in harmony with my mission to serve the collective? Setting intentions each morning aligns you with the energy you wish to bring into the world. These can range from simple compassion to profound desires for awakening and healing. Remember, as a believer, your intention should transcend personal desires and encompass the greater good. When infused with love and service, you tap into universal abundance, inviting grace and support. Meditation is the cornerstone of spiritual discipline for believers. Through meditation, you strengthen your connection with your higher self and the divine. It is a space of profound stillness where the noise of the external world fades, allowing your soul's voice to emerge. In this silence, you gain clarity about your purpose, receive divine insights, and recharge your spiritual energy. Meditation is a space for healing and empowerment. There are many forms of meditation. Choose a practice that resonates deeply. Consistency is key. Even a few minutes a day leads to profound growth, inner peace, and heightened spiritual awareness. In addition to meditation, sacred silence is powerful. In a world of distractions, silence can feel unfamiliar, yet it is where divine whispers are heard. Create moments of quiet throughout your day. Silence keeps you attuned to your inner guidance and strengthens your ability to hear the divine. As a Christian, your energy is a valuable resource, sensitive and open to divine light. This sensitivity makes you vulnerable to surrounding energies. Protecting your energy is not isolation, but establishing boundaries that preserve your spiritual integrity and well-being. Without these boundaries, you may feel drained, overwhelmed, or burdened by others' emotions. Several practices help safeguard your energy. Begin your day by visualizing a protective bubble of light surrounding you. Choose a color that resonates: white for purity, gold for divine protection, or violet for transformation. This bubble shields you, allowing positive energy in while blocking negativity. Grounding connects your energy to the earth, providing stability and balance. Spend time in nature, walk barefoot, or visualize roots extending from your feet into the earth. This keeps you centered and prevents disconnection. Throughout the day, you may absorb energies. Regular clearing releases what no longer serves you. Use tools like sage, Palo Santo, crystals, or sound vibrations to cleanse your energy field. As a compassionate being, you may feel compelled to help everyone. But remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Learn to say no when needed, and prioritize your well-being. This ensures you can continue serving others without depleting yourself. By mastering these sacred tools, you fortify your connection to the divine, safeguard your energy, and create a foundation for fulfilling your mission. These practices are not just for personal growth. They empower you to awaken others and uplift the collective. As you harness these tools, you become a beacon of light, a guide for those seeking their own path to spiritual awakening. Use them wisely and with intention, and you will witness their transformative power in your life and the lives of those you touch. Intuition is one of the most valuable tools available to believers. It serves as an internal compass, guiding you through the challenges and decisions of your mission. While others rely on logic or external advice, your gift lies in your ability to sense the right path. Intuition is the language of the soul, speaking through gut feelings, sensations, and an inner knowing that transcends reason. To fully harness intuition, nurture and develop it, start by trusting your instincts. Pay close attention to sensations in your body. Often, your gut communicates alignment or misalignment before your mind catches up. If something doesn't feel right, it likely isn't. Honoring these feelings strengthens your ability to recognize and act on intuitive guidance. Quieting the noise of daily life is crucial. Intuition often speaks softly, and in the business of the modern world, these whispers go unnoticed. Practices like meditation, journaling, and spending time in nature help you slow down and tune into these subtle messages. Creating space for stillness allows your soul's voice to emerge with clarity. Acting on intuitive insights strengthens this connection. The more you trust and follow your inner guidance, the more reliable and clear it becomes. Start with small decisions, observing how your intuition leads you, and gradually apply it to larger aspects of your life. Over time, intuition becomes a dependable ally in navigating your path. The words you speak and the thoughts you hold carry immense power, shaping your reality and influencing the energy you bring into the world. For believers, this power is amplified, making it important to speak and think with intention. Affirmations are a simple yet transformative way to align your thoughts with your higher purpose. Positive affirmations are statements that reinforce your truth and align your energy with desired outcomes. By repeating them consistently, you reprogram your subconscious mind and cultivate a mindset that supports your mission. Consider affirmations such as, "I am guided by the divine and trust my power. I am a beacon of light, here to uplift and awaken others. I am protected, loved, and supported by the universe. I trust my intuition and follow its guidance with courage. I am worthy of fulfilling my mission and have everything I need to succeed." These affirmations, or others you create, should resonate deeply. Repeating them daily creates powerful shifts in mindset, energy, and opportunities. Beyond crystals, you may feel drawn to prayer beads, feathers, or symbolic items that hold personal meaning. These objects remind you of your mission and help you stay grounded. By cultivating your intuition, speaking words of power, and using sacred objects with intention, you equip yourself with the tools needed to navigate your journey. These practices empower you to stay aligned with your higher self, protect your energy, and fulfill your divine mission with clarity and grace. Patience and trust in divine timing are essential spiritual tools for believers. Moments of frustration or impatience may arise, especially when it feels like your mission isn't progressing as quickly as you'd like. But remember, the universe operates on its own timeline, which often transcends human understanding. Trusting in divine timing means surrendering to the unfolding of events, knowing that everything is happening for a reason. Even when the path seems unclear or the journey feels prolonged, have faith that each step is leading you closer to your purpose. Patience is not passive waiting, but active trust. It's about maintaining a calm and centered state, even when circumstances seem chaotic. It's about knowing that your efforts are not in vain, and that your work is contributing to the collective awakening. While you wait, focus on cultivating inner peace. Use this time to deepen your spiritual practices, strengthen your connection with the divine, and refine your abilities. This period of waiting is not wasted time. It's a sacred opportunity for growth and preparation. Remember, your mission is not just about achieving a specific outcome, but about embodying the qualities of love, compassion, and wisdom. These qualities require time to develop and mature. Trust that the universe is orchestrating events in perfect harmony, and that your role will unfold at the right time. Your patience and trust are not just personal virtues. They are powerful tools for transforming the world around you. As you embody these qualities, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positive change. The journey of the believers is not always easy, but it is deeply rewarding. By embracing your unique gifts, cultivating spiritual discipline, and trusting in divine timing, you step into your role as a beacon of light, guiding humanity towards its collective awakening. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. The universe is supporting you every step of the way. Trust in your power, and know that you are making a difference. Stay faithful, stay hopeful, and stay blessed. You have a purpose, and your presence here is no coincidence. Your journey has been one of resilience and transformation. Every challenge has been an opportunity for growth, equipping you with the strength needed for your divine purpose. The phrase, chosen blood, signifies not just lineage, but an inherent calling that empowers you to break through limitations and rise above adversity. Recognize that your struggles were not meant to break you, but to build you up, forging your character and fortifying your spirit. Now, as you stand on the precipice of your biggest breakthrough, understand the significance of your unique gifts. Many around you may have tried to undermine your confidence and joy, sensing your potential and feeling threatened by it. However, every attempt to silence you only fueled your fire, reminding you of the power within. As Romans 8 verse 31 says, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" This divine assurance reinforces that your path is blessed, and nothing can deter you from your destiny. What does this breakthrough look like? It's not merely a moment of success. It's a profound shift, an alignment with your higher self, allowing you to step into your true calling. This breakthrough may manifest as new opportunities, elevating relationships, or an awakening of talents you never realized you had. The key is to remain open and receptive to the signs and messages God sends your way. Ask yourself, what have I learned from my struggles? How can I use my experiences to empower others? As you prepare to embrace this transformative phase, acknowledge your worth. You are worthy of all the blessings about to unfold. Don't let doubt creep in. Hold on to the faith that has guided you thus far. The universe is conspiring in your favor, aligning everything for this moment of revelation and empowerment. Type, "I am ready," in the comments to affirm your commitment and activate your energy for this breakthrough. Stay connected to your inner voice, trust the process, and remember you are not alone. The community surrounding you is filled with like-minded souls on their own paths to greatness. Together, you can uplift and inspire one another. Believers, your biggest breakthrough is here now. We activate your royal powers, starting with energy activation. If you're ready, type 77 in the comments. This is a declaration of your readiness to step into your divine potential. The fear and jealousy others displayed were reflections of the immense potential you carried, even before you recognized it. Many sensed the powerful light radiating from you. Your determination intimidated them, stirring feelings of inadequacy. This light forces them to confront their shortcomings, prompting reflection on their abilities and choices. Understand that your existence alone stirred unease among those in shadows. Some tried to undermine you, believing they could conceal their fears by dimming your light. They unleashed harsh words and schemes to derail your journey, convinced your strength threatened their fragile sense of self. Each act of negativity was an admission of their inability to face your brilliance. As Matthew 5 verse 16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your light is a beacon of hope and inspiration. While they projected their internal storms onto you, remember their tactics cannot extinguish your brilliance. You are called to rise, embrace your royal power, and shine brighter. Reflect. What fears have held you back? How can you transform these shadows into stepping stones? Your path is illuminated with potential, and each step challenges the darkness others fear. Your light guides and empowers those around you. As you activate your energy, know this is just the beginning of a powerful journey. Your royal powers are ready to be unleashed. At the onset, you may not have recognized your courage and resilience, yet you carried a unique power, a divine light meant to illuminate darkness. Your presence challenged artificial constructs, forcing others to confront the emptiness within their lives. This unsettling truth fueled their attempts to diminish your light. Have you wondered why some react harshly to your success? Their lies and discouragement were testaments to your unshakable strength. They wanted to hinder your progress, but your inner radiance exposed the shadows they preferred to hide. Every word, move, and plot underscored their perception of you as a threat. Your light disturbed them profoundly, exposing aspects they couldn't confront. Even when you were unaware of your power, it instigated change. Unfortunately, this prompted them to drag you into their voids, seeking to extinguish your brightness. Their deceitful remarks aimed to strip away your inner strength, leaving you disheartened and powerless. All these encounters were meant to break you, but remember, no one can divert you from God's divine journey. Every trial fortifies your foundation. When you act from your true power, your journey leads you toward a higher purpose. Consider their jealousy. It stemmed from an inability to withstand your flourishing successes. They desired to see you stumble, fueled by resentment that their failures were laid bare before your triumphs. Ask yourself, how can I turn their negativity into fuel for my fire? Their attempts to construct walls were misguided attempts to dictate your narrative. Know this, every attempt to undermine you is a testament to your inner power. Your light illuminates your way and guides others lost in darkness. Your ability to rise above their negativity is a divine declaration of your sacred and transformative journey. They failed to grasp that your journey was too robust to be swayed by their sabotage. A person's destiny is not dictated by envious murmurs. Their escalating jealousy was like an uncontrollable fire, but like any fire, it eventually consumes itself. Each attempt to extinguish your light plunges them deeper into their self-created darkness. Their motives stemmed from fear, the dread that you might surpass them. You embodied the power they sought but couldn't attain. Their efforts to confine you came from their terror of confronting their limitations. Every time you rose, you reminded them of their clipped wings and unrealized ambitions. Despite their relentless efforts, they couldn't evade the consequences of their actions. They overlooked Proverbs 12 verse 21, "No harm overtakes the righteous, but the wicked are filled with trouble." As they tried to pull you into their shadows, they ensnared themselves in the darkness they created. Divine justice is an immutable law. As Hebrews 4 verse 13 says, "Nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight." Their burdens are consequences of their choices. Their comfort is slipping away, and their lives are disassembling. Reflect. How often have you faced adversity from those threatened by your light? How has their negativity propelled you forward? Every challenge strengthens your resolve. You are on a path of profound purpose. As you shine, remember their shadows are not a reflection of your worth, but a testament to your brilliance. You are here to rise, thrive, and fulfill God's mission. Proverbs 21 verse 6. "A fortune built on deceit is nothing more than a fleeting breath." When they conspired against you, they abandoned their integrity. By surrendering to injustice, hatred, and jealousy, they lost sight of spiritual power. As your inner strength flourishes, they remain oblivious to the light they kept from you. As you embrace your true self, their plans falter. They severed their spiritual connections and wander defenseless. Reflect on the challenges you faced and how they propelled you forward. While they remain trapped in darkness, you rise, fueled by a power they fear. Once, they had spiritual gifts to disperse darkness, but they distorted them for selfish purposes. This perversion led to their downfall. Spiritual power is for universal justice, not human ego. When sacred bonds were tainted by darkness, their powers slipped away. They used their abilities as weapons, forgetting they were meant to illuminate and uplift. Their actions disrupted the universe's sacred order. They believed themselves invincible, but this arrogance led to destruction. Have you noticed how those who project negativity experience turmoil? Their inner chaos reflects the darkness they cast. You are a beacon of light, guiding others through their shadows. By maintaining integrity and standing firm in your power, you illuminate the way for others lost in darkness. Your journey is not just personal success, but becoming a catalyst for change. Each step empowers you and those around you, inspiring them to embrace their divine gifts. Your light is a testament to resilience and faith, a reminder that true strength comes from aligning with your higher purpose. The false walls of power they constructed are cracking. Their abilities have become burdens. Spiritual gifts, when misused, become consuming forces. Each step they took to disrupt the spiritual realm reverberates back, manifesting chaos. Their connections have faded into hollow echoes. The universe reflects their distorted energy back upon them. Those who thrived in spiritual gifts find themselves deprived. Their former glory slips away. The root of their downfall is pride, blinding them to the truth that spiritual abilities are for service, not personal gain. Each selfish act has led to a heavy price. Their powers slip away like shattered glass. Where they once navigated spiritual dimensions with grace, they are now ensnared in a murky swamp. Their instincts dull, their clarity wanes, and darkness clouds their thoughts. Their voices devolve into faint echoes, and doors once open are now tightly shut. Have you witnessed someone who thrived suddenly struggle? It's a reminder that our abilities are not to be taken for granted. Proverbs 16 verse 18, "Pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall." Reflect. Are there areas in your life where pride has taken hold? Have you used your gifts to serve yourself rather than others? Recognizing these patterns aligns you with your higher purpose. Remember, your gifts uplift you and others. Embrace your gifts with humility and gratitude. The path to unlocking your potential lies in serving others and honoring the divine purpose. As you navigate challenges, you're stepping into the light that has always resided within you. This path requires courage and resilience. Every hardship has been part of your sacred mission. Your trials are not obstacles, but crucial elements shaping your spirit. Think, how often have you felt darkness looming? Yet, your true power emerges in these moments. Challenges forge your inner strength, transform your wounds into wisdom, and propel you toward your purpose. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Your vulnerabilities are gateways to divine capabilities. Each scar tells a story of perseverance, reminding you of how far you've come. They are indicators of resilience, guiding you further into your true essence. Every moment of suffering leads you closer to your divine awakening. By releasing past burdens, you unveil latent power. As you release these burdens, you invite transformation. Pain shifts into balance and clarity. Have you considered how each obstacle contributed to your spiritual awakening? Each challenge is a call to embrace your true self and recognize the divine purpose in your existence. God has crafted every challenge to awaken your inner strength, leading you to a profound connection with your true self. Step into your greatness. Harness the power cultivated through your experiences. Consider how your past has shaped your present, what lessons you've learned, and how these experiences have prepared you for greatness. Reflect that every struggle is not a setback, but a setup for your comeback. In this awakening, you shed old layers, revealing the radiant light within. Each step draws you closer to your purpose and gifts. The darkness you faced is a backdrop for your light to shine brighter. As you embrace this transformation, know you are surrounded by divine support. This journey is filled with blessings waiting to unfold. Are you ready to embrace your superpowers and walk boldly into the light? The path may not be easy, but the reward is a life lived authentically, aligned with your highest calling. The time has come to rise, unlock your gifts, and share them with the world. Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Reflect on your journey. What has held you back, and what steps can you take to embrace the power within? Your divine superpowers await. Step into your truth, for the world needs your light now more than ever. As you embark on your healing journey, a profound shift takes place. God's wise guidance resonates deeply, revealing clear truths. Have you reflected on how God communicates with you through synchronistic events and messages? As wounds heal and burdens lift, your soul receives wisdom that has always been available. This wisdom is a living force, whispering insights that resonate with your being. Paths once distant unfold like a tapestry of lessons learned. Your inner resilience strengthens, and the voice of the divine becomes clearer, cutting through past sorrows. It's a voice of encouragement, reminding you of your sacred journey. Reflect. What messages from God resonate with your heart? Are there moments of direction or clarity? As you progress, you hear gentle echoes of divine guidance. You are supported and loved unconditionally. Your life transforms into a narrative of significance. Each step carries the weight of your experiences, shaping your journey toward your true essence. Each tear becomes a catalyst for growth, a symbol of resilience. Psalm 30 verse 5. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Your past sorrows are a backdrop for your strength and wisdom. Consider how your experiences have molded you, what lessons emerged, and how they contributed to your becoming a beacon of hope. The traces of your past are stepping stones to a profound understanding of yourself and your purpose. Embrace the divine power awakening within you. Your light inspires and uplifts others. Your journey is a testament to resilience, transforming pain into power. God's presence has always been with you, guiding you toward your destiny. Trust the process, honor the lessons, and allow your story to unfold in alignment with divine wisdom. Your healing journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. What new revelations await you? What divine signs will you follow as you step into your purpose? As you journey deeper into healing, you unravel the lessons in your past shadows. Each step opens your heart to perceive divine guidance with newfound clarity. Where once there was uncertainty, a clearer path emerges. Have you reflected on how your experiences shaped your understanding of yourself and the world? Your journey impacts everything and everyone around you. Your life takes on richer meaning, reshaping your identity and harmonizing your environment. You become aware of God's presence in every fiber of your being. Can you feel this divine energy coursing through you, offering peace and purpose? If so, type "I am chosen" in the comments and breathe deeply, inviting tranquility into your heart. Your healing journey unlocks the vast potential of your spiritual gifts. Each experience of pain and loss transforms wounds into wells of wisdom and light. You are experiencing a profound rebirth, reclaiming your inherent powers. This transformation empowers you to navigate with clarity and conviction. Your instincts now guide you through life's turbulent waters. Reflect on how your intuition has grown stronger. The visions once unclear are now sharper, illuminated by your courage to confront your past. This courage is a divine gift, enabling you to rise and claim your power. With every obstacle you faced, you discovered a resilience that has become a source of strength, nurturing your spiritual gifts. This journey of awakening is not just a personal achievement, but a collective healing, a ripple effect that extends beyond you. As you step into this new phase, remember that every challenge has contributed to your growth, enriching your spiritual capabilities and expanding your capacity to inspire others. In this transformation, you are learning that pain does not define you, but refines you, shaping you into the person you are meant to be. The inner resistance you once experienced has shifted into a dynamic force that fuels your spiritual journey. Every obstacle you've overcome is a testament to your strength and a stepping stone toward unlocking greater powers within. Consider how your experiences can serve as a beacon for others. What lessons have you learned that could empower those around you? Your journey holds the potential to uplift and inspire those grappling with their shadows. Embrace this role with gratitude, recognizing you are not just a survivor, but a thriver, someone who can guide others toward their light. Your story is a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of divine love. Keep your heart open to the possibilities ahead. What new abilities or insights are waiting to be discovered? Your awakening is just beginning, and the world eagerly awaits the gifts you have to share. You are no longer just existing in the world. Every movement carries deeper meaning, and every step is in harmony with a divine purpose within your soul. Your healing is not only for yourself. As a guide standing firm amidst storms, you illuminate the darkness around you. Your wounds have transformed into a wisdom torch, lighting the way for others. This is a sacred exchange. As you heal your wounds, you offer healing to others. You are a light guiding lost souls. Every difficult moment, deception, and betrayal came to break you, but you used each one to build stronger foundations. Where others gave up, you absorbed every blow. The pains of this world did not weaken you, but became part of a spirit as strong and resilient as steel. You grew by learning all the tactics used against you and developed despite them. This inner choice carried you further up a path those trying to stop you could never comprehend. Their jealousy and lies were meant to block you, but your wings are spread for a divine purpose. Nothing could divert you from your path. While they expended energy on manipulation, you chose to write your own story. Those who couldn't access your power struggled to understand you. You grew by staying true to truth and grace, replacing defeat with healing, choosing peace over anger. These choices strengthened you, aligning you with your essence. Those who lied to you remained in the shadow of their mistakes, imprisoned by the truths they refused to accept. Their lies became their prisons. Unless they accept the truth, they will remain trapped. As you rise, they remain stuck in the darkness they created. While you continue your path with God's serenity, they are lost in chaos, their limited lives shrinking. The loss of opportunities is not a coincidence. As they reject their potential, choosing not to grow, they are caught in a cycle. Galatians 6 verse 7 states, "Each one will reap what they have sown." While they are dragged in this cycle, you are rising. Your path is a door opened on the path of truth and light, a road God opened for you. Every blow, every trial, is a new step, a new opportunity. They chose to use evil as a weapon, but this choice corroded them from within. Acts 8 verse 23, "For their hearts are filled with wickedness." Their choices dragged them onto a darker path. While you move toward the light within, your soul, guided by God, walks on a path of justice and wisdom. Psalm 119 verse 105, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." You now see obstacles as opportunities for self-realization. You experience the peace of walking on a greater path God has determined for you. Zechariah 4 verse 6, "Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord." God's plan for you is not just survival, but a divine journey of growing and enlightening your soul. While they are lost in the shadows of their mistakes, you are writing your own story on solid ground provided by God. The strength you gain comes from the Lord's grace. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Every weak moment is strengthened by the Lord's grace, and every obstacle directs you toward a higher purpose. The light within you is a sign to those lost in lies and illusions. God's plan is with you, stronger than the lies of those who hinder you. Every day is an opportunity provided by God. Isaiah 54 verse 17, "No weapon forged against you will prevail." You draw your path with these protective verses, writing your own story with divine guidance. As you walk this path, you feel the guidance of the Lord. 1 John 4 verse 4, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." The growing power within you is greater than all the evils in the world. You now face every hardship, shining like a light that shows the way for the Lord. While they are engulfed in their darkness, you walk with the light, healing, and wisdom provided by God. You know you are never alone. He is with you every step. The strength you receive is not your own, but flows from God. 1 John 4 verse 4, "You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." This is the promise of God, that His strength is made perfect in your weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, "But He said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Through your struggles, you have learned that there is nothing you cannot overcome with God by your side. Every challenge is a testimony of His mercy and grace. Every valley, every storm, reveals the glory of God working in your life. You are not defined by hardships, but by the faith you hold and the power of the Lord that sustains you. Psalm 23 verse 4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. These words remind you that no matter how deep the darkness, you are never alone. His presence surrounds you, and He is the source of your courage. The enemy may try to cast you into fear, but you stand firm, clothed in the armor of God. Ephesians 6 verses 10 to 11 urges you, finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. You have clothed yourself in this armor, with the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, and the sword of the Spirit. You are prepared for anything that comes your way. With the shield of faith, you extinguish every fiery arrow of the evil one. You are protected, guided, and strengthened beyond measure. While they are engulfed in their darkness, you walk with the light, healing, and wisdom provided by God. You have been called to be different, to live a life that reflects the love of Christ to the world. Matthew 5 verse 14, you are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. This light shines brightly, not because of your deeds, but because of the power and grace of the Lord. You were chosen to walk in His light, to illuminate the darkness around others, to bring hope where there is despair, and to remind others that they too can receive the grace of God. With every step, you walk in obedience to His calling. You know He has a purpose for you, a plan greater than anything you could imagine. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. This promise gives you confidence, knowing that even in uncertainty, God is working everything for good. Your faith is the firm foundation upon which you stand, keeping you steadfast through trials. Psalm 1 verse 3. You are like a tree planted by streams of water, whose leaves do not wither and whose fruit is always in season. Your roots are deep, drawing life and strength from the Lord. You are unwavering, no matter what storms rage around you. In this strength, you reach out to others, offering love, comfort, and peace to those who have lost their way. There exists a profound light within you, one that no darkness can overpower. John 1 verse 5. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. This light is for all who are willing to embrace it. You are divinely appointed to be a bearer of this light, to uplift the downtrodden, to inspire the weary, and to spread the message of God's infinite love. Every step on this sacred journey is a testament to God's glory and purpose. You are never alone. God's Spirit surrounds you, leading you, fortifying you, and comforting you. Challenges are opportunities for God's power to manifest in your life. You shall not be defeated, for the one who resides within you is greater than any challenge this world may present. With unwavering courage and faith, you continue your walk, reassured by the knowledge that the Lord is always with you, and that nothing can sever the bond of His love. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation, will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. This love is your foundation, your strength, and your hope, remaining unshakable amidst life's turmoil. As you move forward, allow the light of the Lord to illuminate your path, even when darkness envelopes the world. Remember, you walk with the divine light, equipped with the healing and wisdom God bestows. You are more than a conqueror through Him who loves you. You embody hope, reflect His goodness, and stand as a testament to His saving grace. Embrace this truth and share it with others. If this message resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may need it. Leave a comment to let us know how this message has touched your heart. May God bless you abundantly on your journey.
Faithful.
When I'm want of you all out, though ever wonder for your love, and your love is faithful forever.
When the storms come crashing in, you remain faithful by my side. You bring peace, calm in my soul. Your love will never end. When the storms come crashing in, you remain faithful by my side. You bring peace, calm in my soul. Your love will never end. I surrender to your hands. You will always lead my life. Only in you, Lord, I trust. Your love endures forever. Your love flows, giving me life. In your embrace I find peace. I will no longer fear, for your love is faithful forever.